they wanted
What
to go
about
more.
this?
I'm caught up in this fast life. Every morning night I pray. Gotta make it out some way. Put a smile back on my mama face. Yeah, I'm caught up in this fast life. Every morning night I pray. Gotta make it out some way. Put a smile back on my mama face. Yeah.
Yeah. This is Lean. This is Ro. This is Ghetto Report Podcast. We got a guest. He's like a brother to me. You know what I'm saying? He is a brother. He ain't like a brother. I wanted to do the podcast with him because like we started doing the DVD, stuff first, and then that faded out. So we was doing that together, and I wanted to do the podcast. I want to interview him. I know some secrets, but I'm not gonna tell him. You know what I'm saying? Unless he want to tell them. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna get it out.
You gonna get it out? So the person I'm talking about, he was, he had a deal when he was a kid. He was discovered by the same person that discovered New Edition. You know what I'm saying? He ended up having to deal with MMG.
Yeah.
He did a lot of production. He was behind Smoke getting his first deal with Sony.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
He's from the city.
He's an R&B dude, but he's more like a rap nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but without further ado, MassPike Miles. You know what I'm saying?
You don't got one of those?
What's up? What up?
I don't know which one it is though, so I don't want to press anyone. But yeah,
We still figuring it out. But go
Yeah,
ahead.
we still
Shout
figuring
out,
out. This is
shout
the
out.
first episode.
Shout out
Bear
to
with us.
everybody in the building.
Welcome back to your
Ghetto Report.
report.
Yeah, Ghetto
Ghetto
Report.
took
Report
your-
podcast
I took your seat.
in the building. No, you didn't, baby. This seat was meant for you
Thank
from
you.
the beginning. Believe that.
Right.
Y'all heard
This
it
was
from him.
premeditated. You got to understand. Lean called me one day and he said, "Yo, Miles, I'm thinking about doing something." And I said to him, "What you ever did that you failed at?"
Yeah,
Right,
You,
right.
you understand what I'm saying?
right.
So, if it's gonna be Ghetto Report, go. He's in Boston. I'd be right beside him if I was, if I was there. But
Then we would have to be a trio. Because I ain't going nowhere.
man, I'll be a regular guest as many times as y'all want me to be. It's a pleasure to be here.
Right.
Period.
Thank you.
Right.
And thank you for giving us this interview. We know you're not really...
Thank you for having me here. You
Yeah.
took me out the house. I needed it.
Right. I felt like you was in the house too long.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he was saying, to piggyback off that,
Yeah.
Ro came to me with this idea years ago to do a podcast, right?
Right.
And I was like, hell no, I ain't talking on no camera. I'm like, yo, I'm behind the camera. I don't need to be in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Right.
So after a while, I started to watch podcasts and I'm like, damn, she was right. You know what I'm saying? So
if you get rich, I need in.
no,
Everybody, y'all heard him.
No, if I get rich, you get rich. You know what I'm
I need
saying?
My God,
10%.
this is
You
why I
know
what I'm
love
saying?
you.
If I get rich, you get rich. So 20. Then the pandemic happened, 2020, and I was hollering at Miles, and like he said, and then he kind of gave me the boost because he was like, yo, what you done that failed? Like everything you done worked, so why not try it? You know what I'm saying? Like I believe in you, and I was like, you know what, you right. So I ordered the equipment. I had the equipment this whole time, and it was in the box.
BSing.
And I kept telling Ro, but we looked at a couple locations,
We did.
remember? And we had one. We thought we had one,
But then the feds came in, not because of us.
yeah. So we
Had nothing to
we
do
had
with
to abandon ship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
We didn't want no parts.
yeah. So now we here.
But thank you for not giving up. That says a lot.
Right. So I just opened the box a couple weeks ago, to be honest, and called Miles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I said, you got to be the first interview.
And I told him I'd be more than happy to get that done, champ.
Right.
Without a doubt.
So I got a whole list of things. You know what I'm saying? This might be a long one, but we're gonna start from the beginning.
Okay.
So tell us from the beginning, Miles.
What you want to know?
Where you from? See, we know, but the audience need to know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So start from the beginning, and then how where you from, and then how you got into music.
I'm from Roxbury, 11 Highland Avenue.
Okay, where's that at?
02119. That's
Don't forget. The city.
Oh, that's Boston, Massachusetts.
You know Roxbury
All right,
dudes.
you
they
know
think
Roxbury.
Roxbury's Boston.
Yeah,
like,
see,
no.
this is the problem with you Roxbury dudes. Y'all want to just forget the city. You know what I'm saying? Like, we not having that. Like, I'm from Dorchester. She's from Dorchester. We not
But
going
to
for
be
that.
fair,
So,
they from Bobby Brown, Boston.
yeah, they
You know
from
what I'm
Bobby Brown, Boston. Not Matt Damon
Yeah, I'm
and
like,
Ben Affleck, Boston.
from the
They
corner.
from yeah.
We homeboy. What's the dude that was doing the dance?
Which one?
New Kids on the Block.
Oh yeah.
We from New Kids on the Block, Boston.
We from Marky Mark.
We bougie.
Yeah. I mean, I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, Roxbury. I was raised on 11 Highland Ave my whole life. You know, my dad is, I'm saying was. That's crazy. This is the first time I ever said was.
My condolences.
About my pops. Yeah, no pressures. You know, life.
Good dude.
Yeah, life. But anyways, my pops was a jazz musician, and you know, I've been around music my whole entire life. My family, my aunt is the Queen of Calypso. She was one of the founding mothers of Calypso in Guadeloupe. So it's just been in my life, you know, my entire existence. That's all I knew was music, jazz music, R&B music. And then as I got older, it became hip hop, rap, and that influence took a hold of me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I got, and I got into music through, Maurice Star. You know, he was from Roxbury, and happened to be the segue between Dudley Station and Highland Ave. So as you walk down the street, he was right there. So I took, the opportunity.
So Maurice Star, which was the manager of New Edition, put together a group, Perfect Gentlemen. So that was your group.
Well, that ain't the way it really went. How it went was there was a group already called Perfect Gentlemen, and they put out a project already. They was already the top young group in the city that was on, like, I don't know, Columbia Records or something like that at the time. And then they, on the second album, they wanted a real vocalist. And not to take anything away from Tyrone or anybody else in the group, but there was more of a rap trio group with the song Ooh La La, and they wanted to go more.
This?
All I ever need, I need you. Show me how to love you right. All for you. Love is what I give to you. Girl, if you show me love, I'll always be there for you. My thoughts start to drive me wild when I'm thinking of you. You are divine. Your appearance captivates. Girl, get with me. Another second might be too late. Show me love. That's all I am asking for. I need your love. I thought I had it all.
That was produced by Eddie F and the Untouchables, Pete Rock and all of them.
Oh yeah.
When
Y'all was on the Highland sidewalks making up dance steps.
I wish. Nah, but we was in actual real, studios and different things of that nature, really getting busy. You know what I'm saying? That was when it became really professional for me.
Yeah.
You know?
So when did you first learn you knew how to sing?
You know what's crazy, Lean? Growing up in a music house where your dad played jazz music and played the piano, clarinet, flute all day long, and, playing, Thelonious Monk, Pat Metheny, and Charlie Parker, John Coltrane, when they playing stuff like that, it was in my brain already. So when I would mimic these melodies that came from these trumpets or these guitars or whatever the instrument, the lead instrument was on these particular records, I would mimic them. I just thought it was normal. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So then one day I'm sitting back with somebody and they started singing a song, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? That's not how it goes. It goes like this. And it was like, what the fuck? When and I was like, that's not normal. That's how I thought it was normal. Then I was like, oh, okay. And then, it was the girls. I'm like, maybe I can get the girls now.
Oh, you really started piping then.
What? I'm
So-
like, what?
So
Yeah.
the Maurice Star situation.
Yeah.
But they brought you in the group, and
Mm-hmm.
you was on cloud 9. What happened?
Well, what happened was, I'm walking down the street with Marky.
Okay, shout out to Hash.
Yeah, I was walking down the street with my partner Marky. We've been partners for now like 35 years. You know what I'm saying? And I'm walking down the street and I see the limousines outside. Make a long story short, I'm like, yo, beatbox, and I'm gonna sing, do my ad-libs with me, and we gonna work the set. So he starts beatboxing, boom. I knew the part was gonna hit right when I was crossing the studio called the House of Hits.
Yep.
Well, I smacked him, boom. This dude was like, yo, who the fuck are you? And I'm like, yo, my name's
Is that
Miles.
Maurice?
Nah, it was a dude named Skip Strayhorn. He was like, yo, who are you? And I'm like, yo, my name's Miles. He was like, where you from? I'm like, I'm from Highland Ave. He's like, yo, we got a show at Rocky Point. You want to come perform? I'm like, I didn't think it was going to work that fast, but I manifested it, boom. And then he's like, all right, but your man can't come. And I was like, all right, yo, well, y'all have a good day. And he's like, what? He's like, you not going to come? I said, you said my man can't come. And then I dipped off.
Yeah.
That's a
but
Boston
now-
story.
Because my pops, rest in peace, he always said, you come with somebody, leave with somebody. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So that
Come
that
together, leave
was
together.
that was the way I operated. And so I walked down the street crying like, damn, Miss, we almost had him. And Marky's like, nigga, we going home to eat, right? I mean, we're not doing that. My mom just cooked some whoop-de-whoop. Like, what do you just go. And I'm like, I don't move like that. He's like, Miles, go now. Tell me, work your set. So that's why he's still my friend to this day. He's my friend to this day because in my honorable moment, he remained honorable.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
So, and that's how everything transpired. You know what I'm saying? That's how everything moved from that one moment between him and I.
So
you know what I'm saying?
You went back
So,
down the street.
He went to Vine Street, Forest Street, and I walked right here. He went there, boom. I went to Rocky Point, knocked him down. 2 weeks later, they like, yo, we want you in Perfect Gentleman. And
And how old were you when you signed?
I
to
was
Perfect
like
Gentleman?
11 or 12. And then, but I was real independent though. You know what I'm saying?
11 and 12 back then was different than 11
Yeah,
and 12.
because I was 11 and 12, but
No.
my mom's wasn't a junkie, my pops wasn't a junkie, but they was workers.
Right.
Yeah.
They was blue collar, they was out trapping. So I had a lot of independent time, especially with how big our household was. My mom being an immigrant, pops and them being all Cape Verdeans. So it was kind of like,
Hard workers.
like you had your independence. You had to learn how to cook early. You had to learn how to, handle your business. So anyways.
And I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Because for us, we always ask that, were you Cape Verdean or were you Portuguese? Because a lot of the people who did write interviews or reviews on you and things always said you was Portuguese. So if you could clear that up.
Nah, my ancestry's from Brava. I even did the 23 and the 23 and me just to make sure what I was speaking was truth. And the first thing that popped up was bow, was Cape Verde, Brava, Sal Vicente. There's and then of course I got the Portuguese in me, as we all do, the French,
Yeah,
the
we-
European, because all of us have been colonized.
Right.
Look at our skin tone; it ain't no
Right.
secret. You know what I'm saying? But we're Senegal, we're a whole bunch of other things. Congolese and
Guinea-Bissau.
and yeah. So Cape Verdean for real. My mother's from France though.
Okay.
And I think that's more like Eritrean and she ain't French though. She's from France and migrated from France, but she's not French.
Right.
You know what
Okay,
I'm saying?
yeah.
Her forehead way too big for that.
She's
You
Cape
know?
Verdean.
Nah, she ain't Cape Verdean, but I think it's more like Eritrean and her pops is Sicilian.
Which is also East Africa. Okay.
East Africa.
Yeah,
But
Cape
my
Verde's West
my
Africa.
whole DNA trace is West African.
All day. Yep.
You know, I got like 40% West African. Like, wow, I'm gold. I'm like, oh, I'm black. I'm black. You know what I'm saying?
Straight from Africa, for real.
For sure.
I heard that you did go to Cape Verde one time, but you didn't like it.
Who said that?
Well, they say you didn't like it. They said it was a different feel. Basically, you came across.
I don't like the food. If you, I mean, I'm saying I don't like. So because I was raised on it, right? So
Yeah.
I wanted McDonald's. I wanted chicken nuggets. I ain't want.
you ain't getting that in Cape Verde.
Kachupa, and I didn't want Jag, and I didn't want Gufong, and all of these different things that my nana was cooking at the time. That wasn't my thing. And as I grew older, my palate grew way far apart. So when I went to Cape Verde, the only thing I had a problem with was the fact that everything was just meat and French fries. I'm like, I came to Cape Verde to, you know, indulge in the ambiance of the cuisine. Yeah. I don't want just French fries.
But did you just go to Brava or did you go to visit other islands?
I went to Playa,
Yeah, it was lit.
and that's it.
That's
and
it.
we have 50,000 people jumping.
Word.
And shout out, well, rest in peace to my homeboy Zay.
Rest in peace, Zay.
You know,
Definitely.
I grew up with Zay. A lot of people didn't know he booked me out there because we grew up on Richfield Street together
Right,
in Dorchester.
Okay, so shout out Dorchester again.
Yeah, actually.
No, shout out Bowden. Let's go get it.
See, what people don't even realize, and what Colleen don't realize, is I grew up in Dorchester.
You grew up on Highland. That's Roxbury.
No, hold up, slow down,
Nah,
slow
go.
down.
Right.
For the first,
No, let's
for
get
the
it.
first, from 2 until about 10 years old, it was from Only Street, Norton Street,
Yep.
Richfield Street.
So we might have been in the fire hydrant together.
Hey,
Facts.
so do you got Dorchester tatted on you or Roxbury?
Neither.
Oh, okay.
Neither. Hold up. Let me make
He
sure.
from Roxbury.
Hold up, 'cause I could be lying.
I think he got Roxbury on him.
I could be lying.
Now I
Hold
see
up.
a Russia tattoo.
Hold up,
That's
hold up, hold
definitely
up.
Roxbury.
Hold up. No, I got Roxbury.
Yes.
I do.
I know.
My fault.
I knew that.
My
So I'm like, okay, he's about
I
to
do.
just.
Hold up. Yeah, I do. Facts.
And that you don't remember
Roxbury
that?
but I represent Roxbury. I'm not a Dorchester nigga. We think totally different. You know, Roxbury niggas is different than Dorchester
sure are.
niggas. You know what I'm saying?
You ever seen the meme when they got Trey songs in them? That's Dorchester dudes, and on the top they got the grimy. That's Roxbury.
yeah.
Y'all more like dude from BMF. Make it
Nah,
in
we
the
are-
rain. That's y'all.
Yeah, Lamar.
When
Yep.
it came to certain
There's a lot of
things,
Lamars in
when it
Roxbury.
come to certain things, when it come to like dressing and putting your outfits together properly,
Dorchester.
clean niggas up
All day.
You know
Thank
what
you.
I'm saying?
Thank you.
Good
I
job,
see-
Lean. You making us look good.
But when it come to getting money,
Oh,
Roxbury
Jesus.
niggas is a little bit more.
Will rob you?
We gonna get it by. We're gonna get it. Yeah.
By
okay.
any means
All
necessary?
right. So
Yeah.
okay, Dorchester's Harlem and Roxbury's Brooklyn. That's the only way that I
can
can say
agree.
it to the world.
Yeah.
Right. So if you know Harlem get money. They fresh. They flashy. Roxbury, grimy. You may not want to come down this block. This ain't really the place you want to hustle at.
Y'all still
you
wear
know?
Champs and Tims.
Hoodies.
All
You
day.
see, I'm in a hoodie. I'm
Yeah,
a
yeah.
for. If I show you a picture now from when I was 8 years old, sitting on 77 Richfield Street, I got the same outfit on I do right now.
Right. It's crazy. Speaking of hoodies, you know, we sponsored. We got a first episode, and we're sponsored by Design House.
Shout out Design
I
House.
got mine on. I got my
Dad
hat
hat.
on too.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
it's turned
fly.
to the back right now.
And this
but-
is real good,
Yeah.
great quality.
So yeah, y'all should
ain't
check
gonna-
them out. Design House
What's
on
that, like
Instagram.
$300 for these joints?
Uh,
They feel
Soon-
like
soon
real
come.
great quality.
I don't even
It
know.
What's
is
this,
good
like a
quality.
double hoodie or something?
Yeah.
It's like good quality. I
Yeah,
know.
no,
that.
this is great quality.
Yeah, they sponsored us.
It is
so
it.
they don't cut the check.
Support your people.
the-
Check
the
them out.
Next episode, they
who
won't be
told-
on here.
But my question is this, right? Shout out to Design House and everybody over there. Not to cut you off and take away the promo. Design House is a great, fucking amazing brand. But who told you I ain't like Cape Verde? Who
Oh, we back on
Where
that.
you getting this?
Oh, that-
Because I'm like, where you getting this
No,
information
I said it wrong.
from?
It's not that
I
you
think
didn't
she
like
was just
Cape
starting
Verde.
shit.
No. See, now you start saying. It wasn't that.
Because I want to clarify.
No, I said it wrong.
You
It
know what I
wasn't
mean?
that you
'Cause
didn't like Cape Verde.
when you go to motherfucking most recognized Cape Verdeans on what is it? Wikipedia?
They got you.
Boy.
You showing off
Oh,
now?
boy.
Oh. Nah, let me correct that. It wasn't that you didn't like Cape Verde. It was
Nah, I
you
love
had a
Cape
different
Verde.
time than what you probably expected.
No, I had a fucking amazing time. I got treated like a king. I
Did
got
you go
off.
with Ross? Did he go? Or it was
Nah,
you
it was just me and Akon.
Okay.
Me
Oh.
and Akon,
Shout out
we had
Akon.
the whole.
Oh, that was a
we
dope,
had the whole. We had the whole plane to ourselves, 757, in the whole Boston.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
heard
we'll
y'all-
get to Akon
yeah,
later.
It was dope. Y'all shut it down.
Remind me about that because you knew Akon before
When Akon was
before
big.
he was big, but we'll
Yeah.
get to that later.
Right.
We're gonna go in order here. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay.
Go ahead, bro.
We did. So,
School.
you're right. So how was school for you during that time, being 11, 12, and signed
Sign.
to
Yeah.
a deal with Maurice Star?
I fucking always hated school. Like, you know, I went to the Holland and then I went fucking.
You a Dorchester kid. You went to the Holland?
Yeah, I went to the Holland.
He's Dorchester.
Yeah, I
'Cause he
went to
didn't
the
go to
Holland
Timothy.
I was in Holland, at the Holland, in JP Holland fucking school from kindergarten until 4th grade. From 4th grade, then I went to like Elijah Greenwood in Hyde Park because I went from there to Mattapan.
Yeah.
I was on court right around Four Corners. I mean, not Four Corners, like around Corbett, 915. That's where I lived around there. And then when I got into the music industry, it gave me an excuse to fuck up. You know, we had tutors and shit, paid tutors, but I could fuck up, smoke weed and shit. That's what I was doing. I
You
was
smoking weed at that age?
Fuck yeah, I was smoking.
Back then it was different.
I was smoking good dope. Because like my pops had roaches around the house and cigarettes around the house and, you know, little nips of liquor. I could just be bad as 3-4 floors.
Yeah.
I was bad.
Cape Verde
I was
kids.
bad as fuck, man. You know. And then, you know, yeah, I was just bad. Yeah, so I was a fuck up.
You weren't
You-
a fuck
so-
up. You just had
No, I
chance.
was
So you
out
went from
there.
the Holland to what school? To the Greenwood in Hyde Park?
Elijah Greenwood in Hyde Park.
And then
from the Elijah Greenwood, I went to the Agassiz in Jamaica Plain. And then from the
Ain't that a school for
Agassiz,
bad kids?
I went to the Lewis.
Oh, the
That's when
Lewis.
I started. My mom started being more stabilized. She got out of she lost the French accent. She got out of the because she was from the biggest projects in France. So she was, you know, she's still ghetto. I mean, now she's a flower child and vegan and dot on her forehead flower child. You know, but that's when she stabilized. I went to the Lewis, and then from the Lewis I went to Madison.
Madison.
You're to Madison too.
Yeah, I went to Madison.
So, and at that
And then I
time,
was
Madison was kind of pretty wild.
Yeah, all I did, well, by that time, I went to Madison. I had Roxbury in the palm of my hand, pretty much to myself, my particular area.
You was singing in the hallways?
Nah. I was already out of Perfect Gentleman by then. Fuck all that singing shit, nigga. It was where's
Yeah.
the guns, nigga?
Yeah.
Where's the you got a blade today? Did you get one in? You know what I mean? Oh, I got weed. You know, you wanna go have on a bag of some dope? You know what I mean? Like that's what was my thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? By that time,
So
fuck
you was
them shits.
downstairs in the,
I was making beats.
You was in Madison downstairs in the locker room getting high.
I was downstairs in the basement in the lab cluster. Bad. I was in the bad kids class, nigga, the minibus class, nigga. That's my class. So I was I was already in there with felons.
Right.
So it was pure game. So, but a lot of them niggas was intelligent because I'm getting game, right? How to sell weed or who's the weed man. I remember this one chick in my class. Her man was the weed man. And she started selling me pounds of weed for like 500, robbing this nigga. Then she ended up secretly ratting on this nigga. This was I was like, oh, I gotta cut you off. You done ratted on your man. He didn't even know you ratted on him.
How she?
crazy.
What you mean? How she rat on him?
Like nigga, I guess she got jammed up, and she told on this nigga he gets jammed up. She act like she didn't even know.
Wow,
She told him where he was at the crib with the weed.
that's crazy.
That happens a lot with women.
Okay,
But
that's how you started fucking with the weed, huh?
Nah. I was already in it, but I was just trying, come on, Lean. You want to find the best connect you can. What you got it for, nigga? You know what I mean? And it was right then, it was that Arizona popcorn. Niggas, everybody wanted that.
Yeah.
So that was
and Shorty had you. That was your plug.
oh, Shorty had it. But she was just, even though she was 15, 16 years old, she was really like fucking an adult. She had her own crib. She had a whole shit car.
This was Madison. You sure it wasn't me?
We was lab cluster niggas. Them niggas.
So you told on your connect, bro?
Nah,
Oh,
my connect definitely wasn't my man either.
we good? What?
I was saying, like, when you're talking, like, kind of like look at them, like, as if like y'all talking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't, like, as if the camera's not there.
Oh, him? You talking
Yeah,
about?
because it looks better. Oh, okay. So be more interactive with each other.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Done. That's the no pressure.
But you don't think we should be looking at the camera too?
No, never.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
I'm just saying. I
That's
don't
what
know.
I mean.
I'm
he's
focused
right.
on y'all.
No,
so
but
I'm
you
just
know what
asking
it
you
is?
'cause- But
you
don't
know what it
focus
is?
this
It's
way.
mesmerizing. We're like,
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. Just let it flow.
But
I like it
sometimes
like
you
this.
got to look at
But
that
yeah, I get
camera
it.
and talk to him. Like, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
no, but yeah.
But,
It looks more natural when you guys are just like y'all having a
all right, so
conversation.
hit record. Let's go.
You're next.
Recording?
April.
So, what happened with the Perfect Gentleman situation? How did that like fizzle out, and how did you feel like?
Well, what ended up happening was,
Because y'all was supposed to be like next new edition. Y'all was the talk of the town, like for real.
The
like,
girls
you know
was
what I'm
ready
saying?
to throw
Y'all-
their panties on
y'all
stage. It was
y'all
on.
y'all was like going different places. I'm like, y'all was like big. Like we was like, oh, they about to blow up.
it was fun. But I mean, you get older, you want things to change, and I just started moving in different directions. I didn't like putting on the corny outfit to perform every time. I like during videos, I'm like, yo, I want to dress like Jodeci. Like, why can't we do like something like that, like more street,
Or you wanted to come out with your button up open and glistening.
I just wanted to I wanted to, instead of going to get some
leather
shiny shoes, I
pants.
wanted to go get some Jordans.
You
With the
felt
leather
like that
pants.
that wasn't like y'all. Like
It
wasn't from
it
the-
wasn't us.
like
What
you.
they was
You from-
using was
yeah.
an old formula
Yeah.
that worked for New Edition at the time, or New Kids on the Block at the time, or Classic Example, or these other groups that were prominent at the time in Massachusetts and
it
in
was
Boston.
it was outdated.
It was outdated. So
Especially around that time, the
come on,
whole
like,
city was like
you
gangbanging.
got crisscross.
Yeah, in the 90s.
Our competition was the boys.
Yeah.
Crisscross, ABC, like what BB what these niggas got their jeans on backwards, my man. Like, what are you talking about? Like, this is what we dealing with. Like, we can't come up here with these, and we got shoulder pads, my man. Like, things are different now, but they didn't get me. I was a little too outspoken as a child. I always had this leadership quality, and I never let anybody, break that down. So I stood
Good
firm.
for
Nigga,
you.
I'm gone. I'm out of here.
So you left. You was like, I'm out of here.
Well, when you don't show up to rehearsal
Yeah, you was-
once,
yeah, you was
twice, 3
rebellious.
times, fuck you. Because whenever I got into something and I felt like, yo, I gave it really my all, because I'm going to fight to the end. But if I gave it my, I might have to just walk away slowly,
Yeah. So
You didn't think about the money or anything?
Well,
Maurice Star wasn't paying
a
them.
nigga,
Right.
well, here's the thing, right? I never cared about money. Money has never ever been my forte. I always loved the art of it, right? And I've always been the nigga that never really searched for money. I've allowed it to show and present itself. You know what I'm saying? So I never cared about the bread, and I still, to this point, I don't care about the bread. Give me my money for what I worked for, and I'm good. I'm not looking for no extra shit. I don't need your extra money, no dumb shit. I just, so nah, I never cared about that. Never cared about no money nowhere. Never.
How did the other group members feel after they ain't
Well,
try
the
to come
other group
get you?
members
Like,
would. What you mean?
like, come on, man, come to practice. Don't leave.
Well, wasn't no cell phones and internet.
You know what I'm
back
saying? They ain't
then.
try to come to
They
your
was house
house.
phones.
You know what I'm saying? Come to your house.
They
They
didn't
ain't
call
come
you on the
looking for you.
three-way.
They ain't come up hiling, huh?
Nah, they wasn't hitting that 445 number. Nah, because you got to understand at that time, Highland Ave was really gang ridden, right? You had the Highland Ave Blackhawks. You had Academy Homes that was close. That was at the other side. Then you had, OP right there. They was kind of surrounded Mission at this point. They had to be real careful because they wasn't really, the majority of them wasn't really like street oriented. Me, I grew up and was born in it. So me being from Highland Ave, I was in it. So
All right. Speaking of Highland Ave,
And growing up on her.
and growing up on Highland, April 20th, 1991. Talk to me about that.
April 20th, 1991. I was playing basketball across the street from my nana's. This is like this little school or something. And there's always there was a cherry tree there, so I always like going to pick their cherries and shit like that. And it was cherry picking time, so I definitely, like, even if they fell, I'm like, yo, these shits is good, like, you tripping. But anyways, I'm playing basketball with my homie, Charles. You know how you put the crates and shit. And I was playing with, me and this nigga was playing basketball, but the basketball, a Chero earlier in the day gave me the ball, and he was like, yo, don't give this ball to nobody. And to this day, I still hold on to, if somebody gives me something, I cherish it and make sure I hold it the right way. So anyways.
Hold on. Go ahead.
So, anyways.
Yeah.
We was playing basketball. My pops whistles for me, and my pops had a whistle that was a where you at whistle. And he's like, where you at with the whistle? I whistle back. I'm over here. We communicated in whistle back then. There wasn't no internet, no phones, no nothing. But if you was a distance away from each other, there were certain things within our neighborhood that we used, like ooh, or like whistles and stuff like that.
Street lights come on.
Yeah, exactly. The street lights just came on. He whistles, where you at? Boom, I whistle back, boom. He lets me know with the whistle back that I only got a few minutes left. He hit me with the halfway whistle.
Yeah.
So I hit him with the whistle back like, yeah, I understand. So we're starting to play ball, boom. 5 minutes later, I hear the elongated whistle. That motherfucker fucking slides through your whole, pierces your fucking skin whistle, right? So I'm like, all right, I gotta move. And Charles was like, yo, let me see the ball. And I'm like, I can't do that because it's Charles. Like,
You was on a basketball court at this time?
it's a makeshift basketball court
Like a
that
crate?
we put the crate.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
when
I
you
know.
little
The crate
nigga,
back
you
then,
only
you put
got
the crate, the little board behind
yeah,
it.
exactly. You know how it goes. We did it with the milk crate that you got from Hood Milk.
Right.
You know? So I'm like, nah, my nigga, I can't let you get the basketball. So I go in the crib, Pop's like, yo, Nana cooked chili. Go to the room, boom. I'm walking up the stairs, boom, I hear firecrackers. I ain't thinking shit. It's fucking April 20th. But I'm like, damn, it is kind of early. The Italian niggas can't be selling fucking firecrackers this early. You know what I mean? But anyways, I get a knock on the door, and it's my man like, yo, they done shot Charles and another one of my partners, Corey. So April 20th, 1991, when the lights went out, is when I really learned a life lesson. about, nigga, first and foremost, time is really precious, and you have to value it at all costs. Number two, these streets don't love you. You know what I'm saying? Number three, that I gotta stay suited, booted, and paranoid and fucking scared as fuck in order to survive out this motherfucker. And that's exactly what I did.
So, R.I.P. to them.
Yeah, R.I.P.
To Corey and
Yeah, that
Charles.
shit was crazy.
Yeah.
You know, to be 11 years old, shit like that, like, and seeing some shit like that. I was on the fucking news and all types of shit. It was the first time I ever went to a funeral. First time I ever seen a dead body. And I'm just like, yo, this shit's fucking crazy, you know? But the fucked up shit is it made everything else easy on me after that.
Yeah. Because that was like a big thing in the city. Like at the time. Like
Yeah,
that-
because he was the youngest nigga.
Yeah.
To, you know, he was like 9 years old, bro. 10 or something. I don't even know. I know we was like the same age.
Yeah.
Like a year or two off each other.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Like, man, them
Yeah,
two,
that shit was
two
crazy.
young kids. I was young at the time. I was little. So I'm like, damn, that's crazy. You know?
And due to that, there were two other kids. They were kids themselves,
Yeah.
right? That were arrested.
Three.
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 Yep,
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 three. Well, that were juveniles themselves when they were arrested. And
That are all actually all me and Charles, both of us, went to the Boys and Girls Club with them too.
yeah.
The
So
Roxbury Boys and Girls Club.
the laws kind of changed because of it, because of that, you know, that case. A lot of the laws changed with the juvenile laws and things like
The
that.
life sentence.
Right.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, you know, that just gave them a reason to fuck us over more in Boston.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know how Boston is, and the fucked up shit is all of us got to go to jail one day. All of us got to get probation or go or something one day in Boston if you live in Boston and you don't work for them. You know, that's the fucked up shit about it. So yeah, they did change the laws, and I was very aware of it. And you know, at that time, my reaction and me being on the news was probably heavily instrumental in making that happen. You know, but you know, Boston finds their way of fucking you.
Yeah. You was young, hurt.
Yeah, I was
Crazy.
fucked up.
Yeah.
You know how that shit go, Lino, though? Like, you, all of y'all know. We all went through it. We all got to go through it being in Boston. Some
Right.
form of fashion, we got to deal with some type of anguish and, you know.
And we went through it plenty of times.
Multiple times,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Whether it's family, any loved one.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's how it was. Like, we are a small city, but it was like there were times where we went to school and once a week, there was a classmate that didn't go to school that day because they died the night before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the norm for us.
Yeah, so they actually did like started making sure like if you caught a murder as a juvenile, you was charged as an adult because of that. Because the people they say only did like 5 years in
juveniles,
and
right.
got out and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
they
but you
changed
know-
it to give people life. And I don't totally agree with it because I think it's different circumstances for every situation. So if you're a juvenile and you're 12, 13, how can you charge them as an adult?
Right.
Their mind hasn't even
Developed.
developed.
Right.
Because, you know, there's things you do as a kid like you wouldn't do 10 years from that time or 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Your mind changes. You're like, man, what the
Right.
fuck was I thinking?
And you have
Yeah.
to see
I
those
wouldn't do
people for
that
who
shit.
they are today.
Yeah,
They're
and it's
probably
like,
thinking the same
how do
thing.
you give a kid that's 13, yes, it's wrong. Murder's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you give a kid that's 13 life?
Yeah.
Like I can't fathom that.
Me
Like,
either.
you know what I'm saying?
Me either.
Because
Nah.
they don't know.
They're
can't,
kids.
Yeah, they don't know the seriousness of what they're doing.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, give them time to develop. You know, we in a country where it's always punish.
Right.
It's never get to the root of the problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
But that's only because
yeah.
it's us or it's our children. You know what I mean? Like,
right. So if it was Billy or Bob or
Right.
something from the suburbs,
Exactly.
I
Or they got
guarantee you
different
it'd be
chances
different.
and different
You know
things.
what I'm saying?
A lot of our Department of Corrections is filled with people who went to prison young just based off of like you did something and I was with you in the car. I didn't know you was gonna bust. I'm sitting in the car. I'm probably looking at you like, why did you do that? But when the police come, we're both going. And then it's like, it's either I tell on my friend, which is something we don't do because we love each other, we want to protect one another, or just other circumstances that happen. And I don't think that they understand our culture and who we are as people. And again, it's just a way to, prison is just another, you know how I feel, it's just another form of slavery. And of course, whose bodies are they going to use for that? Us.
Right. And it's like they want you to tell on your friend, right? Even though they know you didn't do the crime, well, you wasn't there, and something. It's like, yo, and they punish you for it. But yet,
most of the times they have all the evidence in the world. You don't need me to tell.
But yet,
But it's like,
when they do something wrong,
right,
and they are actually there, they don't say nothing. They don't get punished for it. You know what I'm saying? Like the police. Like,
No,
I'm like, that's kind of backwards. You know what I'm saying?
But then this is why I tell people all the time with the snitching thing for me is why the police don't tell on each other.
That's
And they
what I'm
call
saying.
each other rats if they tell on each other.
Right.
But you want to tell our community and our children to do that. Why isn't it a brotherhood for them?
And then go back to the community after they did that.
Right.
So,
It's crazy.
Corey and Charles' family, did they end up moving after that, or?
No. Well, I think Soup left his pops. I think he was like, fuck this shit. You know what I mean? It took my son. Let me get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You know? I don't blame him.
Right.
But Mrs. Courtney cleaned her life up, ended up becoming a security officer at Roxbury Court. So she does that front entrance when you gotta
Check in?
You know, come on.
Yeah.
We're from Boston, so we all know Roxbury Court, right? Like,
Well, you got to walk through the metal detector.
yeah.
Yes.
She handle all that shit. You know, she's the light-skinned lady at the front with the little mini afro. I'm sure she's still there, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that shit was different, Lean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
But
a tough situation.
it gave me a different perspective on life and how I need to move. And this is why I was able to survive and beat the odds coming out of the place that I came from.
Yeah, and
I mean,
and
so far so good. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
You know?
and we had a conversation about this, and it's something that it stuck with you, and you told me like it was kind of hard. So whenever somebody asks you for something, you try to do it because of that incident. It affected you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I told you, it taught me a lot. You know what I'm saying? But like whenever somebody asks me for something and time is included in it, sometimes I feel like maybe the time that we spend together will prevent the car accident or prevent the whatever. You know, like today, for instance, my little angel Isabella snatched me up by my legs. You know, I do martial arts and jiu-jitsu, so she got a habit of doing these moves that I'm really not prepared for. And she's unaware, being 2 years old, that she could fucking make me fall and bust my shit. But she grabbed me, and I looked at it like maybe she's preventing me from crashing, or maybe she's preventing me from, just
Something.
how life is, right? You know? So now when somebody asks me, or whoever asks me, I take that time into consideration. This is why I said time is very important. And, I don't want to be all fucking spiritual or fucking kumbaya, but you never know, right?
No, I believe that. I
You know?
agree. Yeah.
You can't fight divine intervention, but
Right.
maybe she is my divine intervention. Maybe,
She could be a purpose, a blessing.
So, yeah, definitely. Having kids is a blessing. Sometimes,
I learned more from my children than I
Right.
did from anything on earth.
and
Definitely.
having kids
Absolutely.
too, it helps you cultivate relationships with other people. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like even parents, and because some of your friends, they end up getting real close to your kids, and they love your kids, so y'all create a different bond because of that. You know?
Right. Yep.
Yep. Facts. Super facts.
Yeah. Like-
I enjoy being a parent. Like, it's not bad.
Right.
You know what I mean? At all. Well, some of it, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. The little piece of shits.
Right.
Crumb snatches.
So after that incident, like, how did you get back into music? Like, did it take a while?
Well, I was already, I was still doing music, right? But there was a transition in music in Boston at that particular moment.
Right.
Boston was known for being a R&B and rock and roll city for
New Jack Swing.
eons, right? I mean, you had jazz coming through the city back in the 60s and the different things like that. But it became a rock and roll and R&B city, Aerosmith, Boston. You had New Edition, New Kids on the Block. You had these different
Mark and
elements.
Mark.
Yeah. But it started transitioning at that point. You had Edo G, you had RSO, you had these different individuals. And then you had, I forget the other dude, he got killed in Grove Hall, but they had like something called It's the Joint that was making some noise. And then there was a just complete shift. Because once Maurice Star said, fuck the city, because everybody shitted on him in the city. He's a thief, he stole, he did this. He never stole from me.
Yeah.
I got to sell some records for a nigga to steal from me.
Right. So you cool with Maurice Star?
Oh, I never had no problem with him. I just walked away because I'm a teenager. I'm trying to figure out my life.
Right.
Like I've always been a leader. I've never been a follower. Well, I don't know, maybe smoking cigarettes and smoking weed. Maybe I did follow a little bit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Doing some extracurricular drugs and shit. Maybe I did follow a little bit. But when it came to my survival and my well-being, I always took a leadership role. You know what I'm saying?
I can say that. So you were still producing, and
I didn't start producing until
later on you got into that.
yeah, well, I was from Roxbury. I used to pump and hustle at this area in my hood. It was like a Jesus standing on a rock that was painted black.
Oh,
So we called it the Black Jesus. So that's where I used to hustle. And there we used to sit in the fucking 0-degree weather just rapping, trying to stay fucking warm.
y'all had the crates in there and stuff. That's inside.
Nigga,
the
we
fence,
had
yeah.
dog,
Yeah.
listen. I had this whole shit set up after a while. Fuck you talking about, this shit was like a factory. You know what I'm saying? But we would just rap. You know what I'm saying? And I would sing and shit like that. And then my dad was like, I could tell the story now because he's gone. But I would have never said it if he was alive. Right? And I hope he don't get pissed off at me coming to me in my fucking dream or some shit. But anyways, he got in a car accident with a tractor trailer that was like from a big Fortune 500 company, right? Make a long story short, this nigga worked him. He walked around the city with a fucking cane for 3 years straight. One day he comes
he's
to me.
Cape Verdean.
One day he comes to me like, I'm like, yo, where's your cane? He's like, I'm straight. He's like, I'm healed. I'm like, why? What happened? He's like, yo, look, I got a bag coming.
Yep.
I'm like, what kind of bag you got? He's like, look, he pulled out this paper. He's like, all right, so I got 150 coming this time, 150 coming, 250 on this one,
bad.
and then when I'm 70, I got 350 coming. I'm like, 70? He's like, yes. I was like, how much you would have got it? Why is it so far apart? Anyways, he's like, y'all want to buy you a car. Now, he ain't know. Pops ain't know. I already had a car, but I ain't have a license.
Yeah.
He was egging me to get a license, right? And he's like, yo, I'm about to pick up the $150 and I'm going to slide to you and we're going to buy a car in a week, 2 weeks. So me being a hustler and a thinker, I'm like, well, I can't tell him I got a car because he's going to get mad I got a car and I don't got a license, right? But when he comes, I want to buy a studio. So when he came by, this nigga really came by with the briefcase full of money. Never seen no shit like this. He's like, yo, let's go get you a car. I'm like, I don't want a car. He's like, what you want? He's like, I want a studio. He's like, let's go to Daddy's Junkies Music or wherever he said right there on cross street from Berkeley. And then that's when I got into my beats. My daddy bought me all my shit.
Okay, shout out
Until
to
the
Pops,
years,
man.
till this day, I still got not the exact equipment, but from trading on, trading down, I still got everything.
Oh, that's crazy.
It means a lot. It does a lot when your parents, especially your father,
Yeah.
believes in you and supports you in your choices.
Shout out to Pops, man.
It's
RIP.
amazing.
Well, he ain't all my choices, but the fact that he was into music too made it a lot easier for me to persuade him to move in a different direction.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what he did for me. And I still got the tape. When he passed away, he still had the tape from the first day that I got it, that we recorded.
And plus, he knows that you was already in the music and you had to deal with whatever situation.
Yeah,
was
he knew that
perpetrated. So he believed in you.
he
was
knew.
like, okay,
He knew.
that might be better than just getting
Come
a
on,
car.
like his son.
Yeah.
Like when I got the deal at Warner Brothers, the studio manager was like, "Here, take this card. This is your lawyer. You need to hit him up. You got to go sign your paperwork for Warner Brothers." So, and this the address. So the next day, I'm like, I'm getting on the train at Roxbury Crossing, and I'm gonna go to like that stop. What's that stop before downtown?
Chinatown.
Nah, okay, before that.
Tufts Medical
Nah,
Center.
somewhere the
MG.
end.
And
Or is it after? Neiman Market.
No.
Who?
No. New England Medical.
New England Medical.
yeah,
New
Tufts.
England Medical.
Bang.
Yep.
He's right there. I go to New England Medical. Boom. He's
You know, I
in
ain't
the
an orange
building.
line nigga. I'm a red line nigga. But yeah,
Right,
he
you
New
know.
England Medical.
Yeah, I did that. I went to this office, and there's a lawyer's office. And I go there, boom, whatever. The lawyer's like, "Where the fuck are your parents?" I'm like, "They're at home." He's like,
You didn't know you couldn't sign it. Without
Nah, I went and got the deal with myself, bitch. Nigga, let me in. Like, you know what I mean? They talking about I wasn't worried about no money. I just wanted to say that because I didn't know what Warner Brothers was.
Yeah.
The only thing I associated Warner Brothers with was Bugs Bunny.
Bugs
I about to
Bunny.
say Looney Tunes.
That's it. So
Right.
the nigga
Darkwing
kicks
Duck.
me out. He's like, "You ain't even old enough to take the fucking train, nigga." I'm like, "Man, shut the fuck up, nigga." So I go home. "Hey, Ma, we gotta go see this nigga tomorrow." She's like, "Who's this?" I'm like, "It's my lawyer." Like, "You got in trouble?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "What we gonna see your lawyer for?" I'm like, I got a record deal." She's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "I got a record deal." She's like, "Well, who?" I'm like, "Nigga, the Bugs Bunny shit, you know?" I'm like, "The Bugs Bunny shit, you know?" And she's whatever. So we go there the next day. He's like, "Yeah, my name's Paul Litwin. I'm his attorney." And she's like, "What the fuck?" She walks, now mind you, nigga, we on Section 8, nigga, we getting food stamps. Fuck you talking about. We walk upstairs, she's like, "What the fuck is this?" And fucking, he hands us a $25,000 check after I put that government down. She was like, "What the fuck?" And so we go to the bank, and they just invented something called the ATM, or like the card.
Yeah.
She hands me the card, like, I'm like, "All right." She's like, "Don't spend it all." I'm like, "How much you gave me?" I'm like, she gave me all the shit.
25 racks.
How old were you?
She gave me all the shit. How old was I? I was
So was
12.
was you trying to get in a strip club down Deli Agas or something and spend
Yeah.
it?
Nah, I'm gonna tell you what I did.
Yes, you did.
Want to keep it real with you? You know me. You know me, Lino. I got the money. I got the card. I gave my mom like $1,000 because I didn't know what I was supposed to give her or what I wasn't.
Yeah.
So I give her 1,000. She's happy. I'm like, cool. I'm like, Mom, can I go get some clothes? She's like, fuck it, I don't give a fuck what you do. So next day, I went and got me and Marky 2 Georgetown Hoyas?
Yeah. It was popping back then too.
With the Scullies, nigga, with the hat, nigga, with the theory, nigga.
What y'all
We
had
got
the,
some new Levi's 505s. We got some fucking top 10s or something.
So y'all was at the corner mall just balling.
Facts. Super facts. And that other one, what was it called? Lafayette Mall?
Lafayette, yeah.
All that, we
Lafayette.
was
Shout
all
out to
right there,
Lafayette Mall. A
smack.
lot
We
of
was at
young
Harry
dudes
the
don't know
Greeks.
We
that.
was smack. We
Yeah,
did
they don't
Harry
know
the
nothing
Greeks.
about
We
Harry's.
did Harry the Greeks for the Timberlands. The irregular joints.
Yeah.
And
Crystals.
and then after we did that and got our Wendy's and Frosties and shit, I was like, all right, Marky, we got to figure out how to make this money stretch. Where the weed, man? That was the next thing. You know, we went and got a couple ounces and started making, you know, little moves. My punk ass fucking cousin, I gave him 200 to get 2 ounces. This nigga went and bought a £quarter, busted down, kept 2 ounces. Gave
And for
us
the
2
kids,
ounces.
this is a different era.
Yeah.
Let's bring this back.
Yeah, that was when the weed was fucking brown.
Right.
Had
But
flat,
for some reason, it
flat
got
It was
black.
brown.
Nice.
So if you got it when it was
For real.
green, you was the man
Boy.
back then.
The weed back then seemed like it was better, though.
That came up next.
Yeah. Oh, that
Leave
came
that.
up next. It went from the Reggie to the fish.
Oh, nah,
to
because
official.
because I'm gonna tell you what happened. I didn't catch on to what my cousin did until a few months later, and I was like, "Hold up, nigga! You telling me a £quarter 200? This fuck nigga got me."
Yeah.
I never said nothing to him. I just, I said, you got to pay for your lessons, and that was a lesson that I learned that day.
So
And I paid him 2 ounces.
yeah.
Fuck it. You nigga took advantage of his little cousin. Nigga's a baby. I couldn't even bust nuts then. This nigga took advantage of me. Now I was busting that clear shit then, nigga. I was getting pussy, but it was clear as a motherfucker. And I ain't have no hair on my balls.
You wasn't impregnating nothing.
I was like, man, come on. All I wanted was hair on my fucking balls. That was my main objective. You understand?
Just to get old and shave it off.
Hey, you got a manscape, man. you got a manscape. You know the girls don't want to have hair
No,
in their
to be
mouth.
honest,
you
we
know
had
what
a
I'm
conversation
saying?
earlier.
So what you talking about?
Hold on, me and cousin over there had a conversation earlier, and
Cousin who? Don't say her name.
Lydiana.
Okay,
Hey,
yeah.
Lydiana from
What
Florida.
kind of conversation y'all was having
No,
about?
we was talking about men shaving, and when we were younger, we thought that was gay.
So let me ask you a
Oh,
But
question.
now we look
man.
forward to it.
Let me ask you a
Okay,
question.
yeah.
We are young, you know.
So
when you're
hold
young.
on. You prefer a man bald? You like the lineup? What do you like? What does
Bald.
it have? It has to
Clean.
be bald.
Yeah.
Why do you like it clean and bald? And what do you do with it when
This
it's
is your
clean and
interview,
bald?
not mine. First of
I
all.
wanna
Go
know.
ahead, MP.
Your
I
interview,
wanna
not
know.
mine.
dirt out,
What do
man.
you
But
do? What do you do
start
when it's
singing
clean?
and I'll tell you.
What do you do
Oh,
when
sing
it's
and I'll
clean?
tell you.
Hit a
See?
note, MP. Come
Dude,
on.
no, I want to play my song with him and Frenchie. Sing the song and I'll tell you. That song did some things in the hood. Ooh.
Oh, he's thinking. What song he gonna sing?
We ain't gonna say nothing. When our eyes roll back.
Well, what happened?
Go ahead.
Yo, y'all didn't see something just run that way?
What was it?
Y'all didn't see nothing run that way? I'm tripping.
Oh. Something wrong with
Maybe I'm
that song?
tripping.
What the
I
hell you
don't
talking
know.
about?
Something you
MP?
want to tell us
Because I'm
about
gonna
that
keep it real.
song?
I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Please do.
When I was sitting outside, sitting back chilling,
Yeah,
they went and parked, right?
yeah.
And I'm like, I felt the thump on the back of my car. But I'm like, maybe she parked a little too close.
We wasn't even knowing.
Nah, hear me out. Hold up, hear me out. So I'm like, yo, let me just pull a little forward because maybe she got a little too close to my bumper. 5 minutes goes by.
You hear
I'm
it again.
chilling. Nigga, my shit thumped again. I'm talking about thump like somebody sat on the back of my car. So I look back again and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
So we
But
got,
anyways,
we got spirits. out
Maybe
here,
I'm
so.
tripping.
We
Man,
went from
I
a
don't know what
podcast
kind of
to
house I am.
paranormal
Wait,
activity.
what weed did you smoke?
Right.
No. The weed I
Because
smoke.
that might be some gas.
No,
That's I need to
first
bring
and
that back to
foremost,
Boston.
It definitely is some gas, and I could be tripping.
Okay.
Yeah, you
know what I
hearing
mean?
thumbs, you
But
seeing people running.
You got to understand, like when you come into a new space, right? You don't understand what kind of spirits done been involved or intertwined in it,
Right.
right? I'm a spiritual type
I ain't
of
sleeping
nigga.
here tonight.
So, with that being said, we can talk about something else now.
Oh, okay.
But
so
let's talk about this manscaping though.
How you get
can't-
back? This
what
interview is
not
about
gonna
you.
What you not gonna do is start talking about how you like something, and then me not being able to interject in your liking.
right.
This is not OnlyFans.
All
This
right.
is Ghetto
This,
Report.
no, this is the Ghetto motherfucking
exactly.
Report.
This
Let
is
me
the
tell
Ghetto
you
Report.
something. I understand the definition of Ghetto Report. Give me the Ghetto Report on the manscape.
Right.
What you like about it? What you do to it?
It's clean. It's better.
Why?
Because when you're hairy, it has, first of all, y'all been running the streets all day. You've been talking about trapping all day. And you run the streets all day. You think somebody want to put their mouth on your sweaty ass?
Yeah. Hold
No.
on. See. First
I'm
of
gonna
all,
take a shower before I let you suck my
Boom.
dick. I'm gonna tell you
Yeah,
that
See,
right
see,
now.
But
I'm
let me be real with
self-conscious.
y'all.
We
There's
gotta
many that
clean
don't.
that.
I'm
There's
self-conscious.
many that
So
don't.
So you must have been dealing with some Roxbury dudes. No, so I'm just fucking.
I plead the fifth.
Hey.
I plead the fifth.
Yo. So.
Press the fucking button, man.
Oh, that ain't it. Which
That's
one?
exactly.
Oh, that's there you go.
Tape it next time. I know you're gonna listen to this.
This one right here is what he should have played when you thought you saw a spirit running.
Hey, yo.
This is a preliminary run. You understand what I'm saying?
Hey, yo. So.
Lean, first of all, me
I'm-
and you are not going to have this conversation.
Yeah. Me and you get
you.
excluded. So.
Oh, so
I'm
it's
gonna-
me at being the shock jock. huh?
No,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
getting
because-
back to the
'cause
interview
this
to
is like
ask you the
sis, So I
question.
can't. You know what I'm saying?
And we're going to ask you questions
but-
about
I was just
your
shocked to
music.
hear that even come up in conversation.
Speaking on
It
the
just- I don't
manscape
know.
thing,
How did you
and
even get
showering, you fellas,
What?
listen, don't go over there
Please.
sweaty balls, man.
Please.
Hop in the
Present
shower,
yourself like
fam.
you want somebody
you know
to
what I'm saying?
present, like you want a woman
She
to
might not
present
call
her.
you back.
Right. But then also, like, hair gets, you know how it goes.
I'm heavily in the
Stuck in your
grooming.
throat. I don't
I
like all
can't
that.
ever in my life have some stinky balls on somebody's nose.
You might
Right.
not do that now, but you don't know what you did
Because
at
I
15.
know what they smell like
but
when
you
it
don't
ain't
know
right.
what you
and
did
that
at
ain't
15.
right.
Yeah.
They don't deserve that
Yo,
type of
you
punishment.
gotta-
Miles, I don't need nobody emailing me talking about he's lying, girl. I'm
Hey,
gonna
yo,
check my Twitter
hey,
DM
yo,
right now.
Yo, you need the same
No,
thing.
believe that.
Do you need the same thing
Believe
you
it.
want? So you don't want no girl coming over there,
Right.
all running the streets,
Oh
all
no, we
sweaty.
ain't. Listen,
you know
fellas,
what I'm
let me
saying?
put y'all
Come
onto
on,
something. When
fam.
we come with the matching bra and
And that
underwear
bitch gotta be
set,
shiny.
we done took care of business before we got there. Believe that. We're not like y'all. Y'all
Oh,
are
so that's
just,
what
y'all
you
will
do?
play full court and come lay in
What
the
color
bed.
they red? What color you run to? Black or red? What make you look
Is that
better?
today? Oh, what makes me? I'm light skinned, so the bold color, the bright colors.
Reds, huh?
Yep,
Pinks,
red,
hot
royal
pinks
blue.
and shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Royal
Right.
blues? And you put the garter belt on and everything?
I need to.
The thing.
Right.
Okay.
That's a
You
diff-
fucking with a red, you fucking with a motherfucking
That's-
animal. You don't
that's-
start talking about things like that. This should be Ghetto Report after dark.
You're right.
We
Fuck
need
you
one of
mean?
those.
Yo,
But we gotta
fuck
take
you
lean.
mean?
We gotta take lean out that conversation. You
Yo,
know what
I
I'm
can
saying? We
exit
start.
stage left. Hey, yo, listen, this shit's getting a little, wild.
Right, y'all
but,
getting wild. Right.
But yo,
Wow, wow, wow.
yeah, see, Miles is an R&B nigga. He's a hip hop nigga, but he's an R&B
Right.
nigga.
He's
so,
slick.
We know it.
so you
That
gotta
motherfucker slick.
watch
I
that
told
boy.
him.
You know
That
what I'm
nigga
saying?
bite down
Right.
like a,
Yeah.
like
Them
a
you
Belgian
gotta watch them
Malinois.
R&B dudes. All they do is sing in your ear. Your drawers is on the floor. You don't know what happened.
I hope you ain't got drawers on, baby.
Oh shit! See what I'm saying?
You understand me?
You see?
Because I could tell you how I like it with no pressure. I tell you how I like doing it, no
So
pressure.
do you like it with the strip, bald? Of course.
To be honest, it
lined up?
depends on what the pussy looks like. All pussy looks different, right?
Definitely.
So if you got one of them big old fat chunky pussies, I need me a little strip to kind of intertwine with that little, But if you got one of them nice, pretty pussies where the clit don't really pop out, that bitch need to be butt naked. That shit need to be butt naked. Well, when you got one of them
That
clits,
looks mad immature.
yeah, but when
young.
you got one of them clits that stick out a little bit, I like it to have that half. You know how a nigga get a haircut and it's half. It's like
Caesar?
it's not all the way bald. It's
Half a
like
fade.
half
a fade?
Yeah, I like that on like the ones that got that little knuckle sticking out. That one that
yeah, the ones that have a
one.
couple babies.
Yeah, one-
maybe.
flick it. One of them ones. You know which ones I'm talking about, right? All women got different pussies, just like all men have different penises. right?
Definitely. Yep.
All right, so we got that clear. I mean, vaginas and penises. I don't,
You just went to sex ed on us. You
I
trying to
mean,
avoid
you
some
brought up the
questions.
manscaping. Now all I can do is think
Actually,
about
I didn't
fucking.
bring it up.
Like I told you, this might turn into Ghetto Report after
I didn't bring it
dark.
up. Y'all
Fuck
brought
you
it up, and
talking
then
about?
I just said, "Wow, we talked about that earlier
All right,
today."
so you got any more questions? I want to hear some shit.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
You got some questions?
Yeah, I
No,
got
he
some
want to hear. He want the after dark questions. We're gonna get to that later. He's like, yo,
Right.
he's
I'm
all
still
open.
thinking about the royal blue joints. I ain't,
He's all
They're not
open.
royal blue
that
today.
making me think of the Rihanna picture. She had the royal blue joint on, like shit.
Rihanna's sexy. She's a very.
That's a sexy motherfucker
Yes,
right
she has
there.
dope
Me and
sexy
Rihanna smoked weed under some bleachers one time, like at a school or like a college.
Yeah.
Me, Chris Brown, Rihanna, we just started smoking some weed. They're like, "You got weed?" I'm like, "Yeah." Yeah.
She like
And
chilling
Chris
with them
Brown was
light-skinned
like,
boys.
"Y'all be right back." Went on stage, did his thing with T-Pain, came back down like, "Y'all got some left?" I'm like, "Yeah, got a lot."
You always stayed with the weed out of town. I'm like,
stay
this
with dope.
motherfucker.
Roger that.
He always found the weed. You know what I'm saying?
No,
But
I find it. Every city I go to,
yeah.
somebody communicates with me. When I go to other countries, though, I don't communicate or buy any other weed.
you ain't supposed to. You don't go nowhere. Don't go to
I don't
none of
do
them
it.
Do you remember
countries
a
because
video-
if you go to any of them countries,
Do you remember a video that went viral with him outside the country in Colombia?
Who?
ooh, hold
With me?
on. Let's pause that. We're gonna get to that. Let's get
Since we
back.
talking about videos.
We getting back into the
I'm still thinking about the blue panties.
We still getting back into the music. So
Focus.
so after that, the perfect gentleman situation. After
Yeah.
your cousin played you for the weed.
Yeah.
And a life lesson. You
Yeah.
found out later on. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay for your lessons.
Yeah.
And getting back into the music, you later on, you had Russia, Fast Life, and
Yeah.
talk to me about that.
Well, like I told you, I used to be on this street called Highland Street, which was adjacent to Highland Ave. And we was hustling at the Black Jesus. And shit, we used to just start rapping and singing and whatever. It's fucking cold out there.
Yeah.
We named it Russia because it was fucking like the bread line in Russia back when Gorbachev was running shit, you know what I mean? So we called it Russia, And nigga, it was so cold, our blunts used to break in our pocket. That's why we started smoking backwards. We started smoking backwards because it was cold outside. And they the only things that could survive.
Damn. That's
But
crazy.
I started with this, this crew named Russia. It was just a whole bunch of us just from the hood. We was all from the same neighborhood. And we wanted to get away from the stigma of being a gang, even though we fucking pretty much was at the time, But we was, like I told you, I was always a leader, so it was fuck them niggas down the street. I ain't cared nothing about them niggas at that time.
Your neighborhood.
Yeah, the niggas from down the other end, down Highland Ave, it was more or less like, shit, y'all want pressure, and that's what it was,
Yeah.
And we did our thing, they did their thing,
Yeah.
So when you was in Fast Life, were you and Smoke Bolger, another artist from Boston, in Fast Life together? Did y'all start in Fast Life together? Let me ask that.
Nah, well, I'm gonna tell you what happened. I was living in LA. At the time I got signed to the Source magazine. Dave Mays and Ray Benzino. And I was living in LA with them. This was like 1997. And Marky took over Russia and started doing the beats and started doing his thing and really taking the initiative to actually like put something on tape, right? And he ended up being introduced from this nigga named Squeaky, fly nigga from
Shout out
Roxbury.
Squeak. R.I.P. Squeak.
He was in a wheelchair, and he had a cousin named Smoke, and Smoke and Marky started doing records together, and that's how me and Smoke got our relationship, through Marky. I was like, who the fuck is this nigga? He's dope. Because I thought he was doper than everybody that was on the record. I'm like, why would you put this nigga on this record when he's doper than everybody? That doesn't even make sense, And then that's how me and Smoke got our relationship.
Right.
It was from Marky.
So y'all dropped the compilation, Russia Fast Life.
Yeah, we ended up joining forces because Russia and Fast Life were kind of similar in the approach of what we was trying to get accomplished. So we had the same similar goals. And we felt like it was power in numbers, you know?
Right.
Definitely.
And that's what we did. We terrorized the fucking city.
A lot of
We
shows.
terrorized Boston from 2002 until like 2006, 2007. We terrorized niggas. And we kind of grew up a little bit after that. We started having kids and shit. And then I started doing the Maybach shit.
Yeah, so let's not skip. Let's not skip because during that era, y'all end up you was instrumental in helping Smoke get a deal with Sony because of the Russia Fast Life situation.
Yeah.
You was doing
Well, me and Smoke, you know, we was like two peas in a pod. We was together every single day. My mom just bought a crib on Holborn Street, 23 Holborn Street, Dorchester. She just bought a crib, and she said to me, you know, take the basement.
Right.
And, you know, I always want a studio, you know what I'm saying? So I built us a studio in the basement, and, you know, we started recording a lot of records. But the first record after we built the studio was a song named Smoke Did It.
I remember that.
You know, it's a funny story behind that record. A lot of people don't know.
That's a Smoke was Diddy bopping in the video.
Yeah.
I was in the
Smoke did
video.
So I had recorded that song that night. But that night, the Source magazine had a show called Hot 97, the Source Night, or whatever it was, right? I take the record we just recorded, really proud of the record, to the radio station. I play the record. After I'm done playing the record, I leave. As I'm leaving the radio station, I get in the car. I hear a door close. I turn around, and I got my hoodie on. I turn around. Nigga just start letting me have it. He must have let a
I
good
remember this.
He must have let a good 16 lemon pepper on these niggas. He gave me the business. Make a long story short, I told you I'm spiritual. While I'm getting shot, I feel something like spinning me and all types of weird shit, right? So anyways, make a long story short, I run back in the radio station. I take my hoodie off. I got holes in my head of my hoodie, the back of my hoodie, front of my hoodie. Take my thermal off, same thing, holes in it. T-shirt, same thing, holes. Wife beater, same thing, holes. And I ain't have a fucking hole in me.
Right.
Not
Amen.
one.
And this is facts because I seen the hoodie. You came, I came to the crib and you showed me the hoodie.
Yeah, I had it hanging right in
And
that
I'm
other
like,
room.
bro.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was kind of crazy.
You know what's
incident.
ironic? The nigga, the day we shot Smoke Did It. It's so crazy this Smoke Did It record. The day we shot Smoke Did It, I go to the club downtown, right in the combat zone. I don't know if they call that shit that no more.
No, they don't. These kids don't know anything about
So I go to the club, nigga. I got me about 4,000-5,000 on me, boy. I'm fucking eating because the Twin Towers fucked everything up, but I had a good connect, right? And I was raping niggas for the bullshit weed for like 3,500 for a pound of weed, nigga. I was killing them. Make a long story short, I'm at the club. I see this bitch, and I'm like, oh my God, I've been waiting for you, nigga. She was the light-skinned thing with the green eyes. I'm like, yo, I need that. I bought a bottle of Dom P, nigga. I'm ready for action. She's with it. The club's so packed. I'm with Willie McGinnis and all these other niggas, these niggas from the Patriots at the time, right? I feel somebody brush me, but I'm not thinking nothing. I got the best piece of pussy in the club with me, nigga, and I got a bottle of Dom P. Couldn't a nigga step on these white Air Forces? Nothing. He brushes me again. I don't think nothing of it. Fuck this nigga. He brushes me again. This time I get yanked. The same fucking nigga that shot at me is stabbing me jail style in the fucking club, nigga. The same nigga from this fucking, the same nigga stabbing me and giving me the business. Like, the only shit I seen this on was like jail movies.
Right.
Nigga, now this pretty bitch done became my fucking vest. I'm yanking this hoe in front of me. I'm like, man, shit, you better get this little fucking nigga off me. I'm out of here. Nigga, I'm in the middle of the club. I come out my t-shirt, nigga. This shit stabbed up, blood all over it. Nigga, I come out my fucking other t-shirt. You know, back then you wore 2 t-shirts. I don't even know why. I came out my wife beater, nigga. I got holes in it and all that. Tell me why it looked like I bit my nail and scratched myself on the side.
That's it.
This same nigga couldn't penetrate me any way he wanted to. He couldn't nothing. It was like, nigga, there was a barrier up, nigga. And I'm telling you, look, okay, make a long story short, I get into a beef with this man. I knock his teeth out. We all go to jail. I pee on myself. I'm in a paddy wagon. You know how this shit go down. I can't pee. I'm excited. I've been drinking, whatever. I peed on myself. Tell me why these niggas booked me in downtown booking before this nigga, and he walking through and these dumbass niggas pin us together.
So what happened?
Fuck you mean what happened?
I'm saying I know Miles.
Fuck you mean what happened,
I know Miles.
nigga?
Like
What
a lot
you
of
mean what happened? I got one hand, and they put my left hand on the. You know, they got like this bar in Boston. They got these bars that they put on the wall, and I don't know if they still got it now, but they handcuff you to the bar.
Yeah.
So but I have my right hand, and they don't even know this the nigga that just tried to kill me and tried to kill me at the joint. They don't even know.
Yeah.
Put it this way. By the time we end up, I ain't gonna say I just beat the shit out of him. I got one hand, and wasn't really much I could do in the fucking 15 milliseconds we had for me to get busy on this nigga. But by the time it was done, he was like, I fucking quit. This is exact words. He's like, I fucking quit. He's like, I'm done. He's like, I'm just done. Like, I can't kill you.
A lot of people don't know Miles can fight. I done seen Miles knock somebody out before. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that. They think the R&B, you know what I'm saying? But I done seen Miles knock somebody out. You know what I'm saying? I got to give it to him. And he's a slick. He's from Roxbury, so he's slick.
You gotta watch
like
him.
he waits for the knockout. He's like, I'm gonna get the knockout.
You gotta
and
watch
he gets the knockout.
It goes back to the intro of our conversation. Time.
Yeah. Yeah, time.
Time.
I'm gonna give it to
Because
you.
I
Get the
remember one
knockout.
time, Lean, look, we're fighting in the middle of like East Bumfuck, Merrimack, New Hampshire, somewhere. I don't know. It was cold.
Man, I forgot about that one.
We're fighting these fucking bums, right? Lean, he fucking slick bastard found a fucking. He found the fucking shovel. I see. I ain't in Boston no more, so I forget what they're called. You know what I'm saying? So this
ain't shoveling no snow?
nigga had a shovel, and this nigga was hitting the nigga with the shovel with the flat piece going down in the air. So every time he was hitting the nigga with the shovel, it was slowing down as it was going down.
No, actually, I went to hit him with the shovel. I didn't get a chance to hit him with the shovel. Miles took the. Let's backtrack. We inside. I pick up a chair to hit the dude with the chair. The dude, security, takes the chair. Like, oh, no, you can't take. We go outside. I see the shovel. I'm like, oh, there's a bunch of shovels. I grab the shovel.
Because it's snowing.
It's freezing cold. Grab the shovel. I went to swing. Miles, give me that. I'm like, yo. And like, he always wants to be the first. Here's dude with the shovel.
Yeah, but nah. I took the shovel from
Wham.
being the flat way to being like this.
He's like,
I'm
wham.
like, nigga, you gotta slice him.
Wham. So we
I ain't
don't
like that no more though.
We don't know these dudes.
Yeah, they started trouble with us.
They actually started this situation because they was like, Smoke was supposed to perform, and they was like, we don't care who's next. Like we ain't getting off the mic and it just went left. Rock
That was
there,
the dumbest
so
shit you could have
Ego.
said.
yeah. It
to
was like
us.
it was like what?
Ego.
And so we end up fighting outside.
Y'all was very
I
arrogant too.
end up kicking the
was horrible.
shit out of
Y'all was
one of them,
very arrogant.
and
It was
he lost his breath. He was like,
I remember
yo,
one
he
time-
just dropped, and then it was just over. And then
you know what
police
was
came.
crazy?
They was like, yo, you kicked the shit out of him.
You know what was crazy? My current wife right now,
was there?
that was the first date.
Wow.
So now let me just tell you this.
So you knocked something out. She said, "That's my
No,
guy."
no, listen to me and listen to me very clearly. We've been together, this our 17th year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. 2 kids and all that. Yo, but you gotta imagine the shit she's been through in the 17 years. Look, check it out. So, me and my wife, we're like, it's a story I never told anybody. And I'm telling you this because this is the Ghetto Report. So, me and my wife, we've always been intrigued about swinging, right? We're like, yo, let's go get some bitches. Right? So, you know, first we go to hedonism.
Jamaica?
Yeah,
Okay.
we go to hedonism first, right? I don't feel comfortable. She get naked. First thing that happens when she gets naked, like, fucking, I felt like 1,000 men came over like, yo, you need weed?
Oh, no.
Yo, you need weed? Why, I'm the brethren, you need weed? Why, and yeah. Yeah, for smoke. Yeah, for smoke. I'm
my
like,
yo.
yo, or the blood clot pussy, or you the fucking blood. Get the right. So, anyways, I'm like, yo, give me a drink. I need to calm down. I'm being, you know. Anyways, so it's a long story.
I've been to
I ended
hedonism.
up fucking my wife at the bar, walking around naked the whole night. I ain't get busy on fuck other people because I'm still not really comfortable with allowing people into my circle. So anyways, that made it more intriguing for us after we go on vacation to figure out if we can do this shit. So, okay. We go. And I'm like, we go to this swingers spot. I'm not going to name the name because I don't want to get in trouble just in case.
Right.
Because it wasn't really. Anyways, I go. We go, we kick it. Now, we don't have plans on actually doing something. We just intrigued.
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes
See what it's
down.
about.
Let's see what happens. Or maybe spice it up and I get my dick sucked extra good this night, right? So I go in. We kick it for like 3-4 minutes. 5 minutes maybe. My wife's like, I don't like this shit. I'm like, you want a boogie? She's like, yeah, but let's get our money back. I'm like, oh, okay. You do it. I'm going to go outside and smoke. Because she's white. I don't deal with white people shit. White people know how to talk different to white people and shit.
Right.
Right? So I'm like, I'm going to go outside. I should have stayed inside with her. I go outside, I'm smoking. He's like, the security's like, yo, what's up with Shorty? I'm like, she's not too intrigued with the spot. She ain't feeling comfortable. She want her money back. He's like, she ain't getting shit. I said, okay, no pressure. Leave it alone. He's like, nah, my man. She's not getting shit. You need to go get her. I'm like, no, just, I leave it alone. It's a 3-strike rule with me. It's three times for me. He says it again. I said, all right, yo, my man, what's up with you, my man? Everything all right? He's like, fuck you mean, what's up with me, my man? I'm like, exactly what the fuck I said, nigga. What's up, my nigga? Everything all right? Because with my mind in my business. He's like, what? You want to go around the back? I said, what the fuck? How did he even... All right, you inviting me? I'm like, now mind you, he don't even know. I just trained today and did, 10 rounds in open mat. And for niggas that do jujitsu and understand martial arts, open mat, nigga, is nothing but fighting pure niggas that you don't even know what they fight like. Of just niggas from all around the city that come to fight like Kumite or some shit, right? He don't know. I just been getting beat up all day and just took advantage of everybody else that I could beat up, right? So he invites me, and I'm like, you sure? So I'm like, yo, partner, I see you got the pistol, and I see you nice and big. Y'all gonna jump me? And they're like, nah. I'm like, yo, you sure? Because I want to go around the back with him. This your man, right? He's do security with you? He's like, yeah. Then here come my wife coming out the fucking door like, what the fuck just happened? No, don't fight him. He's trained. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Don't say that I'm trained. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, don't tell him I'm trained. Like,
Yeah, that's a
I'm
charge.
asking them, these niggas gonna jump me, Like, this nigga's gonna jump me. He's like, nah, we ain't gonna jump you. I'm like, you sure? You're not gonna jump me, right? He's like, yup. Buddy slides over his man like he doing the sucker 1-2. Because I told you in the intro of our conversation, timing is key, right? This nigga tries to slide, boom, I hit him with the left. Bloop! This nigga looked like he seen Jesus Christ. He said, oh my God. And he ran back towards the light. He did see Jesus Christ. He seen him. Boy, I slid that nigga right back in the goddamn that spot. And the other two niggas was like, yo, my man, where do you train at? I'm like, I don't train, my man. I don't do nothing, right? But anyways, I was just telling you that story because it was kind of, pertaining to the last thing. But I thought that was funny. So imagine what she's been through with me, fighting. And fighting is not cool. This is why I decided to channel my Bostonian aggression or New England aggression and learn it the right way.
But for me, it's like thinking of going back to what we were talking about, the shows and, the fights and incidents happening at, your show. And not just one show,
It
but
messes
many
things
shows.
up.
And I was someone who witnessed some things a couple of times. And like you said, like an ass whooping humbles you, right? Or certain things. But what about y'all used to get wild and y'all, like I said, y'all ego was out of control. But have you lost, anything, opportunities, money?
Of course,
people not wanting to book you because y'all are in here acting like you back in Roxbury.
Well, first and foremost, I still think Smoke and I are blackballed within the city. I know that things that we've done prevented me from, I set up shows at the Middle East and different things, and people have booked me and, all types of shit, and people shut it down. It Leeds and the rest of these niggas that had a stronghold on artists coming into the city. For what reason, I didn't know, but I think it was something within us. I don't know if it was Millie's or it was something Smoke did. I don't know if I fucked somebody's bitch and I didn't know, or I beat somebody up and didn't know, but something prevented me from actually taking a stronghold of the city from a performance perspective.
Right.
The closest that I've gotten to perform in Boston was Foxborough. Other than that,
But let's take accountability. If I'm coming into your home and I act a certain way, you invited me for dinner and everyone's cool, and I come in and I put on and I act a certain way, right? I'm coming in and acting disrespectful and things like that. Are you gonna invite me again?
no.
Right.
No,
So,
you're absolutely right. We was douchebags.
for these venues,
We was douchebags. The combination of me, Rock,
rest in peace,
Rock Ducati, Smoke, fucking, well, just that three combination right there was just a fucking recipe for disaster. And then we had a whole clique of people that was willing to just do the donkey shit with us. Whatever we did stupid, they was with it because
Right.
they from the
Yeah.
bullshit too, And, by the time we realized it, nobody in the city liked us,
Right.
That it was pretty much over. Like, they ain't like Smoke, they ain't like Miles. We was just pretty much like, this is why I started moving in different directions and moving in different places, because I knew in order for the city to love me, I would have to leave.
Right.
Because what made artists like New Edition and New Kids on the Block and the rest of the people that became successful from the city, it was not because they was from Boston. It was because people from outside of Boston thought they was cool. And then Boston said, oh, well, they're from the Bean. We're proud of them.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? That's when the Bean, because Boston likes winners, and it's obvious. Our
City of
teams
champs.
win. Everything, so you gotta win in order for the city to actually fucking support you. You can be a rinky-dink local artist and think you're doing something and complain about the support in your city. Nigga, if you're not doing nothing and putting up some numbers, the city's never really gonna support you. That's just a fact.
right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think in our city too, what I notice a lot, like just music wise, right? You'll have people from different parts of the neighborhood, different neighborhoods and things like that throughout the city. And of course, through their music, they'll probably shout out whatever their project or hood or street that they're from. And it's like, what I find is, like, if we're bumping somebody's music and it's like, oh, you fuck with them kids, or you, and it's they always associate it to some gang shit. And it's like, I'm a grown ass woman.
but
like,
you know,
just
but
like the music.
in hindsight, it is, because the one thing. This is why when Colleen comes to the city or anybody comes here, or we start moving around, I always tell somebody that's from our city, yo, take the Boston mentality out your
Right.
brain,
Yep.
right? Because we're on high defense mode. We're very paranoid. We don't trust people,
At all.
right? And the thing is that it is gang affiliated, because here's the thing. I can't fuck with you if you got a problem with my man. Now, I may not come lay down on you or sit on you or let
Right.
something go on you like my man's gonna let something go on you, right?
But I just
Right.
ain't fucking with you.
But I can't fuck with you. I fuck with you, but I can't fuck with you.
But that's
right?
y'all, right?
You know?
And that's street beef, and I get that part. But when you have people that are not in the streets, that's not citizens, that just like the music for the music,
Yeah.
they don't want to hear, oh, you fuck with them kids. They don't want to hear none of that. Because, you know what I mean? It's just like, we listen to people from Chicago. They gangbanging. They talking about they hood and sets.
Yeah,
know
but
what I mean?
you speaking about niggas from Chicago, niggas from LA, niggas from Boston, right?
Right.
We can't differentiate where you from, right?
Right.
So if we see you dress like us, you talk like us. I didn't know you was from Swampscott. My apologies. You're a civilian, right? But niggas in Boston can't differentiate that. We're not educated enough to differentiate that.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
That takes cultivation and understanding, or maybe a conversation and figuring out this is where you're from.
But even with women, you know what I mean? Like, a girl could like a particular song or something, and it's prime example. Let's take a track
I don't-
in the Bean, right? In the Bean had several other. It had somebody from JP, somebody from Dorchester.
Yeah, all different
parts, right?
rival hoods, everything. yeah.
Right. So everybody was. I think everybody talked about. No, I know everyone rapped about the areas that they came from Boston, but I don't think anybody really repped like whatever.
Yeah.
So you had each we had projects on their side streets, and everybody was in their element, in their community. It was dope. You was on there.
Yeah.
And even with that, like, we loved the song. Like, Dorchester was represented in my neighborhood, so we all loved the song. We bumped it, and I'm gonna be real with you. I always, you like them niggas or this person. Like, one of the people that they spoke about in the rap song, I don't even know this dude. He's on the song that, whatever, but that song introduced me to him. And again, I don't know him, just know of him.
But that's why I liked it. I like that record because here's the thing. Smoke could have did the record with the homie from Heath Street, right? It wouldn't have got the same response if he didn't do it with all of them. So that response, even though somebody from Academies or Castlegate or wherever, or H Block, whoever's on this record, right? They might got beef with each other, but the dudes from H Block still gonna vibe and listen to the record because they man from H Block's on it, and vice versa. That's why I thought it was a genius move.
Bringing the city
I
together.
thought it was bold of Smoke to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I thought it took balls because you got a lot of niggas that's just even scared to ride down the streets, let alone stand outside or, whatever. I thought it took a lot.
Yeah.
And I get what you're saying. And now being an adult,
Right.
I got a son in college. I got 2 children at home. I'm married. I got the house on the hill. I got the dog. I got the, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm different now. I can admit to my wrongdoings and the things that we did at that time. All of us, including Lean, we was
Right.
complete donkeys. And the things that we did were things that today we cringe about. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I went through that. We sleep at night. We dream about things. Like, you got to understand, life
We all
took a
develop,
toll
yeah.
on us. But one thing, and this gets back to the conversation about the youth getting life in prison at a young age and shit like that, because we was that.
Right.
Me and Lean was supposed to shit. You know, so when we sit down or we went to jail for whatever we went to jail for, we looked at it like shit. I had to go to jail for something, right? You know what I'm saying? So,
But it's growth. Like we talked about you being an adult today and what that looks like, and, you know, being married and having the house on the hills, and, you know, shit, I'm about to go put on the royal panties now.
they gonna be
The house
blue.
on the hill. Yep, I got you.
Hey, my thing is too, like, if somebody's listening to music, I really don't care what you listen to. Even
Right.
if, you know what I'm saying, I got a problem with the person or something, I really don't care. I'm not telling you, especially a civilian, I'm not telling you what to
Right.
listen to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really care. Like, it don't bother me none.
I
Like,
think
listen
that's
to
like
what
the-
you know to
the
listen to,
18-year-old
because
me-
it doesn't matter.
The 18-year-old me would have been like, yo, fuck them niggas, the bitch ass niggas. We
and-
got pressure with them niggas, you know?
When you're young, but now as adult, that shit's
As
so
an
corny
adult,
to me.
okay.
Like, I don't want to hear
So
about
this
your
is how it
street
was, even when I was young, right? Even if a female was listening to somebody I didn't like, or mention somebody I didn't like, I would say, I don't know who you're talking about.
Right.
Or I don't know.
That's because you sneaky.
I just
Yeah,
like,
but
I don't
no,
know.
that's because
You
he
know what I'm
got
saying?
Getting the info.
he got taught properly.
I would be like, I
Lee's
don't know.
getting info. Ladies,
what I'm
pay
saying?
attention.
And I'll just listen to what you're saying about this person, but
But you
I'm
know how
like,
many
yo,
girls
listen, I
don't
don't
know
know what
that?
you're talking about. I don't know him. And I done had a female tell me, like,
Give you information.
you
and
know
she
him.
didn't even know.
You have a problem with him. Your friend told me. And I'm like, what you talking about? And I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
Because my thing is, if somebody's not involved, why involve them?
Right.
And why give information to somebody else that's not involved? That's more people that know the business.
I always feel like
See, I don't understand
I feel
that.
like you don't say nothing because you. That's how you get the information. You gotta watch Lean.
That's how you get the information, and that's how you stay out of jail. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like, you're not supposed to tell everybody everything. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
you know, I was
And-
talking to my man today, right, Lean? Sorry for cutting you off.
Go ahead.
Yesterday, he was talking to me and relaying some information and showing some disdain towards the situation. It didn't go according to plan. And he said to me today, why wasn't you giving me, any commentary towards it? And I had to let him know. Yo, bro, you had your little brother sitting in the car. Now,
Right.
your little brother is my brother. Don't get me wrong, right? But when you got somebody else in the car, I don't know whose pussy he's sucking, right? I don't know who he talks to at night, who he's pillow talking to. So what I got to do is be careful about that particular situation and wait until me or you and I have a privy council.
Yeah.
The niggas don't understand that. A lot of us die and get killed over because I had to explain it to him, because sometimes people have a hard time interpreting certain information that I'm giving to them. So I had to dumb it down and tell him, right? I said, yo, when you say something to Felicia, and Felicia tells her cousin Tanya, and Tanya decides to tell Omar, but Omar's connected to this nigga.
Yep.
By the time it gets to Omar,
The story's different.
it's distilled.
Yeah.
He's like, what is distilled? I said, distilling is when you take something that's liquid, heat it up, allow the steam to drip out, right? Yes, it's a grape. But that grape ain't doing the same thing to you no more, my man. That grape is changing your mindset. That grape is going to alter the way that you're thinking. That's why they call it drunk.
Right.
Right? So once he got that rhythm of conversation that I gave to him, he got it. And then I gave him my commentary. But you got to be careful of the words that you spew into the universe, because you may be manifesting something that wasn't even for you.
Right.
Right. So, like, even like in music, with the young boys and stuff, they talk about the dead ops, and you know what I'm saying, speaking on the dead.
Disrespectful.
Yo,
Yeah.
it's crazy. And you be like, people told. Actually, you kind of told on yourself,
Right.
because you're giving all the information in the record.
Right.
You're smoking on this pack. Like, come on, man. That's first
Yeah,
of all,
but-
it's disrespectful, because that could be you. You know what I'm saying?
They
That,
don't
that
care.
could be your people's. So, and you're giving evidence.
I'm not gonna say
I
they
don't
don't
understand
care. I
if you're
think
going
that's
if you're
this
going
generation.
if you're going to spin, why would you talk about it? I just don't understand it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm from the era where if we did a crime together, only me and you know we did this crime. You know what I'm saying?
Or nosy Miss Jenkins
Right.
on the porch.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't supposed to be everybody knows what the hell's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that
But it's a
doesn't
new
make sense.
era. Like this era is we didn't have social media, right? We didn't have, we started having cell phones a little bit later, right? But like high school,
I
whatever.
don't know what you're talking about. I had a cell phone since the 80s.
Well,
No, I'm just-
I don't know what you was doing. Them big old things. But we didn't have what they have today, right? And then today, like now you're on Twitter, you're on Snapchat or whatever else you have, and you're connecting with people from different parts of the city. You know, now they have YouTube. You have people that are starting podcasts that are creating this type of thing. So a lot of these young people think that that's cool and this is how I'm gonna put myself out there. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, this is the Ghetto Report. Don't come on here talking
Yeah, I
about
don't
your dead
wanna hear it,
ops.
'cause I am not about to be on
We're gonna
nobody's
have to
stand.
mute.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because then I'm not going to the grand jury.
too old.
Like, you know what I'm saying? For some shit, I'm like, what the
Right.
fuck? Like, you know
Well,
what I mean?
here's the thing. You know what I've learned?
Don't indict me.
I don't even want to hear about it.
Every 10 to 15 years, this new generation and this new culture kicks in. It's just a part of what they do,
Right.
right? Musically, they took on a drill culture from Chicago.
Yeah.
Right.
It was very influential in music. And then, okay, because you got to remember 10 years ago when Lil Durk and all of them slid in, that was 10 years ago. Them niggas was 10 years old. Listen to it. They 20 now saying that shit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's a part of their culture. That's what they do. Is it right? Nah, it's absolutely fucking
Disrespectful.
retarded.
I like Lil Durk. I ain't
You
even
know
gonna
what I'm
lie.
saying?
Durk,
Me too.
that's my guy right there.
And but you still got to remember the influence that he had
Right.
and
Yeah.
has still to this day.
Right.
You know, he just reinvented himself again. Drake put him on records. The influence is real strong.
Right.
I'm not blaming it on him.
No.
It's just an influence. You know what I'm saying? His culture is his culture.
Right.
He's not wrong for spewing and regurgitating something that
He's
taken in. You know what I'm saying?
And truth be told, Dirk's not out here telling these young people to do this, right? When he raps, he's talking about his life, what
He's
he
talking
went
about
through.
his
life. He's
You know,
painting a
rapping and music, singing, rapping, whatever music is, when you're writing your lyrics or stuff down, it's a journal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're putting it all down.
Right.
So if somebody else picks up, I mean, even us as parents, we can't blame
Some of it's
our
fiction,
kids
though.
getting into that due to because they're listening to rap music. You know what I mean?
Some of it is fiction.
It is. And a lot of these kids don't know. We didn't know fiction from reality when we were younger
I
listening
know,
to
because
rappers
I used to
too.
think all the rap, all the shit was real.
tough.
I'm like, yo, this shit real.
What?
And then
It
you
broke
be like,
my heart when they
what?
told me Tupac was lying about what
Oh,
happened
no,
in the...
hold
in
on,
the
hold
it-
on.
oh,
No. Let's not mention Tupac, man. You know what I'm saying? Tupac was
That's
that guy,
my guy.
man. That was my
Listen,
guy.
I still love him, but like
Okay.
I said, it broke my heart. We're not gonna lie
When he was
about it,
lying
deny
about
it.
what?
The incident in the elevators.
Oh, okay. But still.
I was a Tupac fan. I blame Biggie. I was with it.
Oh,
Hit him up,
man.
you know. But the reality
I cried
of it
when
is,
Pac died. I was hurt.
yeah.
I didn't understand
Okay,
that.
listen.
You know what I'm saying? But moving on. Let's get back into this. So there was a time where you was more focused on music, production, I should say, versus
Yeah.
music, and doing the beats and singing on the hooks, but not really your career. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But then you ended up making a song, and you got Ross on it, and you decided to focus on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And-
well, Ross had came to town promoting this song, like I'm a Boss with T-Pain or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And nigga called me, somebody called me to saying they need some weed. And at that time, I had so much fucking money, I didn't even know where to put it. Safety deposit was too full. Fucking Nana's house, I couldn't trust anybody. Fucking Patricia's house was filled up. Fucking my wife now, that shit was filled up. I didn't know what to do with it. I was buying jewelry. I was buying fucking whatever I could buy just to get rid of it.
Right.
And this nigga came to town, and I'm like, yo, I said to Marky, again, another pivotal moment, right? I said to Marky, yo, my nigga, we should get a feature from this nigga instead of selling him some weed.
Right.
Figure out what the ticket is. I came up with a ticket in my brain. And I got up with the nigga. I was like, yo, I got 8,000 in a brown bag, my nigga. Can I get a feature? He's like, yeah, who's the feature for? I was like, it's for my artist Smoke Bolger and his little brother rock Ducati, and I'm gonna do the hook. He's like, I bet. So I did it. And Rock and Smoke ain't want to do it. They passed on it. Because I get a nigga 8,000. And then I don't think they really wanted to, you know, give up $4,000. Because I said, I'll pay 4,000. Y'all just give me 2 apiece. Because Marky threw in 2,000.
Right.
And I wanted to make sure he got his bread back. But when they didn't want to do it, I had my niggas slide through that, a writer that I knew that did R&B, because I wasn't really into it. I was into producing and rapping and shit like that, writing hooks and shit. And he slid through. He pimped me something real quick, nigga, and I turned 1 verse into 2 verses. Saved up. I pulled out another 30 clip. Shot another video.
You know we gotta play it though.
Yeah, we.
One time I'm July, tout le monde est Kyla, MassPike Miles. Hey, Haitian Mafia.
Boss. MassPike Miles, nigga. What's up, nigga? Check this out, baby. Let me talk to you. I'ma tell you one something. Gets no triller than this. We don't count money no more, we weigh that shit. Yeah. I'ma let you in on the secret. Yeah. Now she dealing with a boss. Rocks in the ears, so much work in the crib, you can smell it from in here. The older strong and the lower know I'm wrong, but convertible phantoms just got your.
Yeah, so I remember you called me and you was like, bro, dude should do this record. And I'm just like, yeah, but they decided not to. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this. Once you did that record, once you did the record, right? You know, Rock was an advocate for you. Because when it came time, I think we had to pay for the video or something like that. And Rock was like, yo, dude's got to put up money for this. And he was like, yo, dude's talking about like, you know, you could spend the bread and nothing happen. But Rock said, what if it do work? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, I'm with it regardless. Like, you know what I'm saying? But Rock was an advocate. You know what I'm saying? So I end up, we all put up, you know what I'm saying?
Money. Yeah.
And was like, we got to make this happen.
That's when we started. This is when we started forming like Voltron.
Yeah. I was like, we got to make this happen for Miles.
Yep, facts.
So I'm like, bro, whatever, you know what I'm saying, you need.
Yeah. Niggas was there.
We're going to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas was there. 100%.
Yeah.
Anytime I call you, Lean, you always been there.
No doubt.
Ain't no secret. 100%. All the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Rest in peace, Rock. This nigga Rock. Yeah, I miss that nigga, man. You know, sometimes I still wish, you know, well, I would do wish, but sometimes I wish he was here for certain situations, just pop up.
Right.
And kind of, you know. But that nigga was so solid, you know.
So, the MMG situation.
Yeah.
What happened? A lot of people ask me, and I'm like, yo, ask Miles. Like, why you asking me? Ask Miles. Because there was a lot going on. I felt like maybe you wasn't focused enough or something. Because, you know, you was still from the hood. You was doing all kind of shit. Like, there was an incident in Miami. You know what I'm saying? There was just different stuff.
You was just acting out.
What I do in Miami?
I mean, I don't want to say, but dude wanted to sue you.
Well, tell me in my ear and I'll tell
He
him.
threatened to sue you.
Ooh.
He threatened to sue the label.
Say it.
Lisa, don't
Yo,
say it here.
listen.
We ain't about to get sued.
He threatened to sue the label because I guess you beat him up
Oh, Jesus.
in front of his girl
God.
that was pregnant.
Help.
And he's from Boston. He was an artist
Oh.
or something like that.
No.
And you,
Oh, fuck that little twerp. Yeah. But I liked him though. And he put out a diss record.
right?
He was a rapper?
Yeah.
He put out a diss record about Rock and it's me and Smoke, and then we ain't go handle our business and some shit.
Talking too much on record.
Yeah, but I really liked him.
Right.
You talking about a nigga I did videos
Wait,
with?
but then he
did
tried to
records
sue
with?
you?
No,
Nah,
he
I'ma
threatened to
tell you
sue,
what.
and I seen the evidence. He was like, I'm going to sue. But go ahead.
Anyways.
He said, so I didn't know.
This nigga makes a diss record, and I don't know why he did that. Because then me and Lean fucking, we way too smart, right? So
Don't indict me. I had
No,
nothing
I'm
to
just
do with
saying,
that.
I'm just
You
know
was
what I'm
ready to
saying?
get a suit.
Hold
Now
up,
you
nah,
worried
nah,
about
Nah,
getting indicted?
you know what?
Hold
I
up.
don't care. You could tell a story.
listen,
you
I'm
know what
not.
saying?
Hold up, I'm not gonna give no details. All I said was we smart.
We
right?
smart. Right.
I know what I did.
Right.
Right, that little fucking twerk. Make a long story short, that nigga flew from Boston to Miami. I had niggas in Boston sitting down on him, giving me intel.
Right.
Then I had some other niggas in Miami sitting down at him at the airport waiting for him, letting me know when he arrived. I followed that nigga to the bank. I followed that nigga to the fucking hotel. And I beat the shit out of him in front of his wife. He didn't know what the fuck happened to him. My finger. You
broke your finger. Yeah.
My finger still to this day. Nigga, I'm beating it. Now, mind you,
That shit's crooked as hell.
I told every nigga, don't touch him. Let me do it. I said, I'm not going to ball my fist up. He don't deserve a ball fist. I'm going to smack him the whole time. I smacked my fingers inside out.
I think I know who this is.
I ain't giving him no light.
Listen.
Fuck that twerk.
So MP,
His name's Little Titties.
So you know, there was people in Miami that was with you, even though they didn't.
I mean,
you know what I'm
everybody
saying?
that was with me was, in some capacity a part of the situation, part of MMG or whatever. But
Right.
nah, and I was on tour for 3 years, 3 years with Lil Wayne and all these other niggas, right? All these different countries, Nigeria, African tours and European tours and shit like that, right?
Mhm.
My wife got pregnant. This the first one. And now, mind you, it's like 2011, the end of 2011, like summer. And I was on tour, no bullshit, for like 5 months straight. I ain't even get to go home. I missed birthdays, Christmas, all types of shit. And we just got off the road, and I'm getting settled for the next 2 days. I'm about to go. I'm setting up a vacation with the wife. We about to move, go do something. St. Martin somewhere, some shit. I get a call. No, I get an itinerary in my email for fucking Abidjan and like Nigeria and some other like Kenya or Nairobi or some shit. And I was just like, I just can't do it. I said, I'm not going. I can't do it. Because here's the thing. The money I was getting money. My own money, not even music money. I was getting my own money. I was trapping still.
Right.
So I was exerting $10,000 a month, keeping up. So when I would pick up a bag from being on tour, it wasn't equating to what I would be spending, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was taking a toll on me mentally. Not that somebody was fucking me over on some bread. It was just the way it was moving. My expenses was different. When I got on Maybach Music, I had Benzes. I had a fucking kilo of gold that I was walking around with. I had the watches, the diamonds, the whole shit. So my taste for certain things was on a different level when I entered. And by the time the road took a toll on me, I wanted to take a break, which I did. I was really like tired of it. You know what I mean? I didn't want to do it no more. But then Ross ended up having a stroke on the plane. I get a call from Renee, and Renee's his sister, like, yo, Miles, we need you on the road. You know what I mean? He just got an operation. We need your assistance. We need you out there with us. You the only nigga that understand the lay of the land, right? So I take the opportunity to do it. And it's kind of similar to the Perfect Gentleman shit where I just got tired.
Yeah.
not that I had a problem with Ross or a problem with anything at MMG. I'm gonna be MMG for life. You know, shit. You know, the logo that came from us.
Right.
The videography and the way that things are operating came from you right here. So I'm gonna be that for life because of the things that I instilled into the company from an executive standpoint, opposed to being an artist, because I played multiple roles at MMG. And I had a decision to make with myself. Like, do I want to get back on this road for another 5-6 months, potentially lose my relationship, potentially miss out on the birth of my child? There were certain things. So I'm the type of nigga who will make myself do things before I'm forced to do it or get something taken away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I never had no problems with, you know, Maybach or any. It's still love. Even after I decided as an artist to move on from Maybach, I still dealt with developing, like, you know, artists that would come to my studio like Tracy T, or albums for Gunplay, and you know, working
Shout
with
out
Young
Gunplay.
Breeze and Kesey and Black Bow and
R.I.P.
you
Black
know
Bow.
Jeter K's and you
Shout
know
out Jeter.
Torches. And even magazines and whatever. Meek, you know, even with Meek's my brother. Wale, I saved Wale's ass plenty times out here in these streets, like, you know what I mean? And, you know, it's a whole bunch of shit, you know, but like I told you from the beginning, I'm a leader. After a while of me doing something that I believe is redundant, where it's the same thing over and over and over again and it's the same results, you know, I decide to move on.
Right.
And that's basically, if niggas want the real story,
Right.
I just decided to be a man, do my thing, be a family man, open up my own businesses, studios. I mean, since then, a lot of people may not know, I've written and produced a lot of records for a lot of artists. Also
Name some.
became
Don't get sued now.
Jamie Foxx, Mr. Probs, Tyrese Gibson, Jeezy, Anderson .Paak, a fucking plethora of people. You know, I can't even think about
That's dope.
it all.
So you need some production, come to MassPike Miles.
Right. Tell them we sent you. Speaking of Jeezy, were you signed to MMG before and or during the beefs with Jeezy and 50?
Well, when I signed to MMG, there was no MMG. It was just an idea.
Right.
So this is why I developed the logos, or this is why I developed certain things, because they was just getting their feet wet, and he was trying to figure out how to develop this. You know, Ross at that particular time was really green and wet behind the ears when it came to, you know, how to approach it from a conglomerate perspective, like how, you know, Suave House did at the time, or how like Slip and Slide did at the time, or how Cash Money did at the time, or, you know, whatever, you know.
Y'all
He
was growing
figuring it out.
together. Y'all was growing together.
100%.
Yeah.
My nigga, we was sleeping side by side. That room is mine, his room over there. For 2-3 years straight, every day, nonstop. It was me and Ross every day. You know?
So, because I remember seeing y'all in the vacation video. I need a vacation. Jeezy.
Yeah, with Jeezy. Yeah.
And y'all was in the video. And then next thing you know, it was like, you know, like with the music thing, you like competitiveness, you like, you know, it. But once it start to go too far, you be like, God damn, I really don't like this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, it happens. You know what I'm saying? Especially if people from the hood and stuff like that. But I'm like, damn, they was just cool.
And
whatever that happened, I'm like, they were just in a
Ross
vacation video. You know
Ross
what I'm
is a
saying?
really, really, you know, rap is a competitive sport.
Yeah. Ross,
right?
and he does
And
that.
Ross is really, really competitive. I really enjoy his take on how the industry should be played.
Right.
You know, And he did that well. You know, he seen the similarities. They talking about the same shit, right? They both was signed by the same nigga, Jay-Z.
Right.
They're both on the same label, right? So the similarities was there. So Jeezy had the spot. He was the nigga. He had the streets. He had it for real. Ross was sliding in. He's trying to figure out how to get there, right? And he figured it out.
Yeah.
He figured it out. Ross is a genius when it comes down to, you know.
Yeah, I learned some things.
Even with 50 Cent.
He's
you
funny.
I learned some things from Ross. But what you was gonna go? What you was about to say about 50?
I mean, you know, even with 50 Cent, you know, when the officer correction shit came out and then, you know, 50 and him started getting into it, he played and orchestrated that shit phenomenally.
Yeah.
But what made him win was the content, right?
Yeah.
We had cameras and we had World Star.
Yeah.
So he was able to create this content and promote it for absolutely free to 50 million people a day.
Right. Yeah.
It was fucking
I
great.
seen what y'all was
Ross,
doing. I seen what y'all was doing, and the thing, like I said, I learned some things about Ross because even when we was on it was a set of Ace Hood's first video, but the remix, the BET Hip Hop Awards weekend.
Yeah.
And I seen how Ross moved. Even like when we went to shows, he performed and that was it.
He leaves.
So when he was saying like,
And if you
like
ain't
a
even
boss,
there, he don't even wait for you. He gone.
He moved like a boss. I'm in, I'm out. That's it. Ain't no girls, ain't no nothing. I'm doing this. You know what I'm
at
saying?
all.
Well, you know what?
And then he went, like, even on that set of that video, he stayed in the room till it was his time to do his shit. He didn't mingle, do none of that. He did his shit and got out, and he was out of there. See you later. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
He slid in my DM once. Not like y'all think, though.
Uh-oh.
Not
What
like
happened?
y'all think. You know me and my big mouth on Twitter always clowning. But instead
And
of
he
him,
blocked you.
instead of him clowning back on the timeline, he followed me, went in my DM, said what he had to say, and then he didn't block me, then he unfollowed me, so I couldn't talk shit back. So.
Yeah. Yeah. So
It's
I learned some things with Ross.
What? You
And
got
also,
beef 'cause your boy?
also in when we was in Brooklyn that time, and Jeter had 100 Bloods, and Ross was like, "We ain't going in if everybody don't get in. I already got my bag. They let everybody in." I respected him more for that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's like, if everybody don't get in, I'm not going in.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that boy holds himself.
I didn't like how they
nigga
try to
holds himself
portray
right.
like
Yo,
him being a CEO or him that used to be his job, right? We all know, like, if you've been in jail, you've been around the way, you know, there's people that are CEOs that do more freaking crime than us. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's like, okay, him a CEO means what? He probably was in there really helping dudes. Or like, you know what I mean? It depends on what kind, to me, it depends on what kind of CEO you were.
Yeah. See, I don't know too much about that situation, so
Right.
I won't
But
comment
that was
on
like
it.
something
You know what I'm
stupid.
saying? But yeah. But I seen him moving like a boss before he was actually, you know what I'm saying, as big as he is right now. You know what I'm saying? So I learned something. And shout out Black Bo too, because he wouldn't let you spend, you know what I'm saying, your money. R.I.P. to Black Bo. Like we went out to eat and he was like, "Nah, I got it." You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And he was a good nigga. Shout
That
out
was
him.
my bro.
Yeah, Black Bo.
That was my brother. I fucked with
Kano.
Black. Kano.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
G to K.
G to K. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those was my three main go-tos.
You know I'm going to ask. So what happened with you and Mario?
I never had no problem with him.
Oh, I mean, at one point,
When I decided to move on,
Okay.
when I decided to move on from Maybach, I guess they wanted to take a different approach to the R&B section, and they signed Omarion. But that wasn't. I never had a public feud or said anything about him publicly. I think more or less people turned it into that on their own. I mean, especially people in Boston, because I was Maybach Miles, then he comes out, he's Maybach O and all this other shit. But I really didn't give a fuck, to be honest with you, because I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna let y'all know something. a nigga calls me from London. He's like, hey, bruv.
Hey, bro.
He's like, hey, bruv.
That's how they talk, too.
I got this nigga, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, that they just sent me that they want me to promote. And they gave me enough money to press a button on him. And I'm like, who is this nigga? He was like, hey, bruv, I don't want to start no problems, bruv. And I'm like, all right. He's like, yo, this nigga Omarion. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with niggas with me thinking I got a problem with this nigga?
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, yo, but I'm calling to ask you, is it okay for me to press the button? And I'm like, I'm not the nigga that's going to block a nigga's blessings. Boy, press that button 3 times. Let that nigga go.
Mm-hmm.
Make a long story short, that record became platinum because it became #1 in London.
What record was that?
Supposed to be or some shit.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Some shit
They was
like
eating
that.
booties like groceries.
So London, you did a lot of things over there too. Well, overseas, like touring and stuff like that, and you kind of helped out Gunplay as well over there. How'd that happen?
Well, when I was on tour, I always took a number. So whoever the nigga was passing over the bag, I was like, hey, my man, I'll be back out here. Give me a number.
Right.
And I always stay connected. Like, you know, Christmas time, holidays. Yo, my nigga, just checking on you. Hope everything's good.
Dope.
And then I would put together like fake tours.
Right. Five
Like
cities.
I get G Nels to make a flyer, like Sky Miles World Tour, put the cities, fake clubs, in hopes that somebody would bite. And then I would send it to these niggas, and that's how I worked my set, and I built my relationship.
Right. Right. That's smart. You had Gunplay over there touring.
That's not all he had to do.
And then me and Gunplay go to Greece, right? So Gunplay, he's 5 Drug Mini. This is on one of the tours I put together.
5 Drug Mini.
He's 5 Drug Minimum.
Yeah.
This is Gunplay with the dreads, not the new one.
Okay.
Nigga, we chilling.
We shot Gunplay's first video too.
Really?
Me and Miles.
What song was that? What track?
What was that? It was on Ghetto
How
Report.
you like me now?
Yeah. That's how it was. How you like? It was something. How you
How you
love
like
that
me?
or something?
No, how you like me now?
Yeah, something
Or
like
some
that.
shit.
We shot it in the APTs in Miami.
Yeah, the apartments, them shit was
Yeah.
dirty and grungy. Ready, it was ready for us.
Right, yeah, but go ahead.
So I take him on. We in Greece. We shooting a video in Greece. He's done shooting the video. He been drinking, snorting powder all day. He's tired. Some dude comes up to him like speaking Greek. And Gunplay's like, get the fuck out of here. I don't speak that shit. And
Wow.
he's like, yo, I'm telling you, get the fuck away from me. I don't speak that shit. All right. Next time I tell you, dog, I'm going to fuck you up. Dude don't understand the language. This nigga speaks Greek. So anyways, Gunplay smacks him with the ashtray. I'm like, damn, Gunplay. So I start beating him up too.
Of course, once somebody hit him, you got to be all
so
in.
I start beating this nigga up too. And now, mind you, I knew Gunplay was wrong. But I got to tell him after we beat him up. So I'm beating this nigga up. Me and this nigga tussling on the ground. I feel something hit me in the back. I'm like, oh, shit, that hurt. Then all of a sudden, I just seen all the villagers around me hit me with signs and shit. I'm like, yo, Gunplay, we gotta leave. I think I looked down. I'm like, yo, my hat. He's like, leave it. We gotta go. Hey, I get
Y'all got
weird.
chased out the village.
Nigga, me and him getting smacked with fucking signs and shit like that. Now, mind you, we ain't getting our ass kicked, but we getting beat with signs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Villagers wasn't
It's time to
having
go.
that shit.
Retreat.
Yeah.
Retreat.
Yeah,
So-
I got some great stories with Gunplay.
Oh,
Yeah,
you do?
My favorite.
Yeah, I
So
got-
now can I talk about that?
Yeah, go ahead.
So
bro. Do you?
what we was talking about earlier, a video went viral. You were the producer of the video, but Gunplay was
Yeah,
out.
it was on Ghetto Report.
Allegedly.
All right, but it was on Ghetto Report. Shout out to the
It
DVD.
sounded like your voice in the back. But go ahead.
Allegedly.
Okay, allegedly you were the cameraman, but Y'all was out in Colombia.
Yeah.
And Gunplay had got some coke and was sniffing coke with in front of the police, I would say.
Well,
According to Gunplay.
in front of the police sold him the cocaine.
That's the part the police ain't going to tell.
the police, me, Avery Storm, and Gunplay sitting there chilling. And the fucking police officer pulls out a handful of cocaine. And Gunplay was like, holy shit. That shit was shining in the light. That shit was sparkling. Gunplay was like, holy shit.
He wanted all of it.
Did the police he was like, Gunplay's like, how much? The cop was like $100 for a nigga, gave him a whole chunk, like 2 ounces, 2 ounces. This much. I don't know how much that is. But this shit wasn't crack. But this shit was flaky like it was a brick.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yep.
This nigga Gunplay was like, hey, film me. I'm like, all right. At that time, shock value was highly important on World Star and shit like that. He's like, film me, but film me in front of the cop. I'm going to snort it in front of the cop, you know? Shit, we was doing a song called Rich Off Cocaine anyways, right? So anyways, he ends up sniffing it on the camera. And then that same camera footage, I don't know who I gave it to, G Nels or somebody.
You sent it back to
I sent the camera back. I mailed the camera.
I think the memory card
or the hard drive.
Because you used to send a lot of footage back for the Ghetto Report, and we lost some footage too, because remember the hard drive crashed.
Yeah, but G Nels still got a lot of it.
But that one we didn't lose.
Yeah, so I sent it back out.
Well, according to Gunplay, he just was in Medellin doing what Medellin people do.
Yeah, snort powder.
Yeah.
Snort powder and fuck bad bitches. Ow.
So Ross didn't like that though.
Nah,
Yeah.
he was pissed at me.
Was it the image?
Right,
that
I'm
it
gonna
might
be
have
honest,
gave?
rightfully so, because it's like you got the artist on here, and but Gunplay was happy though.
Yeah,
He
but what
went viral,
made
and
made
his
Ross
name
mad
was-
though? Was it the image that it brought to his label?
That's exactly what he said to me. He said, he was pissed at me. I was in trouble all day.
Why you? Why you? Why was he mad at you and not Gunplay?
Because, it was me. I was the only nigga that walked around with a camera. Ghetto Report did a DVD, an MMG DVD, their first DVD. So he knew I was the nigga with all the footage. I got weeks worth of footage.
Right.
I got footage right now that sit in a box just in the cameras.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of footage we didn't even use.
We got enough to make a real
So
documentary.
he feels you leaked it. He feels that you leaked it to World Star.
Well, yeah. For
Actually,
sure. He does.
they took it off the DVD, I believe, or something like that, right? We put the DVD out and they took it off. I see. My memory's kind of fuzzy with this
What
situation because I was
happened
away on vacation.
What
at this
happened was
time.
we was about to release the DVD. Lean went to prison.
Right.
Vacation. He just
vacation.
Yeah,
he went to Bahamas.
Lean had to go do the big boy.
Yeah.
Right? Wasn't no Bobby Brown bid. This nigga had to go sit down. So he went and sat down, but during the sit down, see, I'm tight with Lean. I wasn't tight with Lean's partners. Right? And Lean's partners was committed to Colleen. So what Colleen said was what Colleen said. Right? So our cameras ended up different places. Footage would end up over here because, Colleen's in jail. There was only so much the nigga could do.
Right. Yeah.
So what they did to promote the DVD was take the most, valuable footage off the DVD and promote it.
Right.
Which they did, which it worked.
Right.
It worked, and it caused me some fucking problems. It caused me some problems.
Yeah, definitely did.
It caused me some problems. That day was I had to do some damage control, because it wasn't like he was, stepping down on me. I just felt bad at the fact that, it got released.
Right.
And I because I wanted to show him the DVD before to get his approval.
No,
Have you?
no,
Tell the truth.
I haven't.
You lying motherfucker.
Word, I haven't. I've done some things, but that ain't it, boo.
What'd you do?
I just told you I had a problem with giving head because y'all motherfuckers play ball and won't come lay on somebody's bed.
Oh, you like giving
No,
head.
I don't.
So why?
Well, yeah,
so you was
infatuated with sucking dick.
you was
I'm
sucking
not
salty
infatuated, but I
balls.
like
Then
it. No.
you
'Cause
said you had a problem when
I
they
didn't
go
say
play
that. I said
sports.
I have, because it's, yo, would you, yeah.
Why you so interested in what I gotta say?
No, I didn't say that. You asked me something, so I said,
Because
yeah.
she can't talk to me about this. She can't ask me.
It's weird.
It's like kind of weird.
He don't even think. First of all, when me and Cole has these conversations, a friend of ours, we always joking and playing. Lean's always creeped out. Ew.
It's kind of like
He's entitled to feel.
Right.
it's weird. It's like but
A respect
He's
level.
always
I
been
love
a-
you for that.
he's
It's
always
very
been
respectful.
approved.
Definitely.
Colleen's definitely approved.
Definitely. No, he's very respectful.
I didn't say he wasn't received, but he's approved.
He's not
Yeah,
a thirsty,
He's not. Yeah, he's
Right.
approved.
Lean's very
So-
respectful.
I'm not.
He's not with the lick in the bun hole.
Nah, definitely not.
Well, you better
I'm
get the
not
licking,
doing it.
motherfucker, 'cause,
It's not happening. Sorry.
You got a couple kids. What was you, just missionary all day?
I got 3
Are
kids.
you not supposed
not
to be?
couple. But
Well, 3. Yeah.
no.
Well, few, 3, that's what I
Let me
meant.
say this, right?
What happened?
Let me
He
say
better
this.
be-
Yo, when I
you
was young,
believe Lean Lean's
when-
in the shower licking booty.
I
Let's
ain't-
go. Yeah.
Are you
Do we
serious?
have to call her? Because we can call her.
No, we're not calling her. It
and
is
she's
10.
gonna say
It's
she's
12:30.
gonna
She
say,
is sleeping.
she's gonna say Lean ain't doing that.
It's
You know what I'm
12:30.
saying?
She's sleeping. So
But-
you Jamaican now?
Wow, my brother.
Yeah, I got some Jamaican in me. Shout out to Jamaicans.
The
you know what I mean?
brethrens.
But I'm definitely not indulgent in that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Pass. We interviewing Miles.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
He keeps pushing it to us.
I didn't do anything. I'm literally feeding off what you say. Your mouth is potty.
Oh man.
I didn't even say anything.
And then now she's so nice and polite.
Yeah.
I am.
didn't even say anything.
Yo.
I am
That was
nice.
them blue panties.
Yeah, what I do know is a lot of people be lying. They say
that's
they
normal.
they don't do certain things.
No,
they
I
do.
would tell you. I don't. I
know what I'm
mean,
saying?
please. But I can't lie on this. People are going to be in the comments. Yes, you did. You did it to me. Then I'm
You,
going to
you
fuck
think
somebody.
so? You mess with the dudes that's gonna be in the comment telling on you?
No, the niggas I mess with don't even got social
Okay,
media.
so
What
why
the
would they
hell?
be in the comments?
I'm just
Why?
saying, just
Okay.
you know how it be. Or they'll tell somebody. I don't
That's
know,
like
but-
ratting.
Right. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Put
why
that
would they
out
be
there.
in the comments doing that?
Why do guys do half the things that they do?
Why do girls do half the things?
You
they
know what
do?
I've learned?
We special.
You know what's crazy? I've learned that women are weirder than men.
That's not true.
Why you say
Fucking out of control.
That's
that?
not
Why,
true.
why you say that?
I'm going to tell you why. So, I was bored over COVID. And I'm saying this because my girl caught me. My wife. So, I joined Tinder.
Oh.
I was bored. Fuck off.
They got singers on Tinder. Give me that app.
Yo.
Yo, I
But isn't Tinder like Tinder's
I
the
joined-
you
hold
meet
up.
up for sex,
I
right?
joined Tinder as me as a catfish. Does it make sense?
Nah.
Yeah.
Explain that to me.
I'm
I
gonna tell
get
you.
it.
I'm gonna tell you what it was. I was me,
But you was acting like you wasn't you.
but I was like this mysterious guy named Liam,
Yeah.
right? And I'm
But
like,
you had your picture.
yeah, me. I'm working me.
Okay.
So just in case my girl found me, I could be like, "That's somebody catfishing. I don't know what the fuck that is. Fuck out of here." Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
She caught me though, so she caught me without it. Right? She actually caught it in my the app. So it's like I couldn't.
so
even
she's
say
seen
something.
conversations.
Yeah. Yeah, I got in trouble. That's another story. We can save that for
Yeah.
another story.
Yeah,
I got in
that-
trouble though. Anyways, so there's this one bitch. She was nice. And I would call her something. I would call her like respectfully, but I'm just gonna call her that. So I'm like, yo, you know, it's cool. You know, we getting cool, comfortable. I made her feel real comfortable.
She's from Atlanta.
I don't know where, I forget where this broad's from. I don't even know. She's scary. But anyways, right? So we're talking. The next day, she's real comfortable. So comfortable to a point where she's like, I have to tell you something. I'm like, well, as long as you ain't a man, I'm cool. She's like, no, I'm definitely not a man. The baby running around in the background, you can hear it. She's like, I got to tell you something, and I just don't want you to be, like, weirded out. I'm like, what? She's like, are you sure you're not going to be weirded out? You're not going to get scared? Or I'm like, what the fuck could it possibly be? Well, like, what are you? Like, I'm thinking, what are you? Like, where did you come from? She's like, I'm a high-level witch. And I said, I said, paused and stayed silent for a second. Like, yeah, I think I'm weirded out.
Yeah,
I think this is the conversation where, you know, you're not gonna have a seance with my pubic hairs or something, right?
Yeah, this is where we part ways.
Yeah, this is it. But there was a whole bunch
But
of
I thought you
stories in
shaved.
between it. No, you assumed that I shaved. Are you looking at? Did you already like undress me?
No, but I thought you told me you shaved. I thought
When
your
the fuck did
manscaped.
I tell you that I
I don't know.
shaved?
Maybe-
What? Holy shit. God damn.
So
He didn't say
you've been at
shave,
this-
but he said he manscapes. I think
Yeah,
that's
so
what
I
he
thought
said.
that's
What?
shaving, right?
Yeah.
I said nothing of the above. There's footage.
Oh, we
okay.
could go back and check,
Yeah.
but I thought okay.
I just started engaging in the conversation.
So before you came here, where were you at?
Home.
Oh, so you
Why?
took a shower then came? No, 'cause I could say then them balls is sweating.
Hold up, what? First and foremost, let me tell you something.
You ain't shaved.
I got a son, and you know what our main objective is every day? The first thing we do, besides fix our beds,
hygiene.
hygiene. I'm talking about grooming 10 all the way down. Now, I don't care if you wear the same clothes every day.
You got hair on your knuckles, so you definitely hairy. Yeah, nails is clean, cut. Okay.
Yeah, like my shit.
Yeah, I ain't even get I was supposed to get mine done, man.
Yeah, my motherfucking balls.
No, we know you get
nice
yours
and
done more
sparkly.
than me.
Hey,
I gotta keep
I,
up.
I was running. I ain't have no time this time.
What?
But
Yeah.
so
Grooming is the key.
So you trim it. You keep it low.
Trim what? What are you talking about?
so
What's your
The
pussy?
same
What
things
the
you
fuck
asked.
does
I
your
already
pussy
answered
look
that.
like? Is it bald?
I already answered that.
Is it bald? You got a fat pussy, skinny pussy, in between?
already asked that.
Does the clit stick out?
Are you in the interview or me?
I mean, we're communicating with each other.
That's not communication. You ain't gonna keep checking me. Like you're like.
I'm not checking you, baby. I want
That's that
information.
Roxbury
no,
You see how Roxbury men talk to women?
He's saying you questioning him, but you don't want to answer no questions. That's what he's saying.
No, but he hasn't answered any of mine.
You
He
want to
did
know
answer.
what my balls smell like? You
No,
want to
I
know?
didn't say no.
No, you
No.
said you said. Did you go? Where did you come from? What your balls smell like? There must
Oh,
be.
because I was
Okay,
just
come
trying
on.
to get somewhere. Because I thought you was one of the
Number
people that was
two-
playing pickup
number
and
two,
then came
you,
here.
You want to know whether I give myself a half or a full bald shave,
I do.
right? You want to know if it's a
I
mole
do because you
bald?
asked me. Why can't I ask you?
You haven't answered my question.
I did.
What'd you say?
When you first asked me about hours ago, an hour ago or so, I said,
It's
"Oh yeah," I
bald?
said, "Yeah, yep."
Completely?
Yes.
With a razor, no clippers, or what you use?
Can you answer mine?
Nah.
I'm trying to get into the waxing thing.
I'm
but
gonna keep it
a little
real. I'm gonna
scared.
keep it real with you with the shaving aspect of it. It all depends on the severity of the situation. Now, if my wife want me to throw on them red boxer briefs for the night, I might do a little design for her. And that's about it.
So you wear the briefs or the boxes?
I wear boxer briefs. I don't wear no boxers.
Okay.
I wear boxer briefs. That's what I like.
All right.
I'm saying because my balls started hanging a little too low with them boxers.
Yeah, y'all
over
getting
the-
old. It drops.
I mean, yeah. I mean, shit, just like your titties. Them motherfuckers
Right,
start
you're
hanging.
right. Nah, I go to
And
Dr.
then
Miami.
your
What is
la-
you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I know, but your labia starts sliding in a different
No,
direction.
but we can go to, you know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, I
get a couple of
can't go
fi-
get face fillers and Botox
Yeah,
and shit
I don't
like
need,
that.
yeah.
I be
All I
feeling
need is a little
weird.
$5,000. Ghetto Report gonna pay for it.
You said who?
Ghetto Report.
Oh, yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
You
he
should
might as
film
well
it,
get a
too.
contract, right?
Yeah, film that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know, women are getting vaginal rejuvenations. now,
Yes.
too, right?
And you get the O shot. How you
Make
what you
that
know about the O
motherfucker
shot? I don't
nice
need an
and-
O shot yet.
Nice and tight.
He's an R&B nigga. He knows
Right.
about all this stuff. You know
Nice
what I'm
and
saying?
tight.
Right? What you call it? R&B dudes. I told you. Your panties be on the floor. You don't know how you got there.
Yo, let me ask you this, man. You've been singing and doing all this since we talking about R&B stuff and eating ass and pussy and
Y'all so raunchy.
there's a lot of R&B chicks in the game, man.
Yeah.
Who you know?
A lot
man?
of
What?
yeah. Did
Tell
you,
me in my ear. I won't tell
Did I have a
nobody.
fucking R&B?
Yeah, did
Yeah.
you? Come on,
Tell me
man.
my
Talk
ear.
to me.
Nah.
Movie stars,
Nah.
You smoke weed with my girl
R&B
Rihanna.
movie or hip hop stars.
Rihanna's
son?
bad.
What's
Nah.
going on?
Took
Talk
that
to me.
down.
Because you was on tour for a minute.
Yeah, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. I didn't really partake in shit. You like you said in the beginning of the conversation, this is how Ross moved.
Right.
And that's how he moved. And then when he moved, he had his wife with him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how it was. I really didn't partake in any extracurricular activities because, first and foremost, I had a wife. Secondly, I'm scared of being on the road with these bitches, not sure if they're going to, 52 fake a nigga out, get a nigga jammed up, locked up, or
Pregnant.
or just I'm really
Pregnant.
worried about the streets. I'm
strap
not
up.
really worried about that. I don't want to get jammed up. I got a kilo of gold on me. I got me, a
What's
few
that, the,
thousand on
um,
me. I got
the-
all this Louis luggage.
Is that the
you know?
M piece?
Yeah, I had the
MP?
M-Piece and the Life for Life joint.
What's
Yeah.
her name? You talking about condoms? Wasn't it Drake? Just recently, the girl
Put
went to
hot
go
sauce
get
in the joint?
the girl. He put the hot sauce and
He's
caught
cheap.
her.
That's because
the girl
he's
went to go
genius.
get it out the
Yeah.
condom. And
Why, you did that before, Miles?
What?
You put the hot sauce
in the
in?
condom.
I didn't even know that trick.
Yeah.
If I would have known that
You
trick,
know that now?
I wouldn't have fucking stopped up so many fucking
Toilets?
toilets.
Yeah. See,
You know what I'm saying?
gotta-
Because I get the flushing,
Flushing.
dipping, all that, nigga, dumping it down, especially if it's a heavy nut. One of them 5-day nuts, that bitch be bloop, and the bitch float right back up to the top when you flush. Like, you like, God damn, dog.
Oh, you was definitely making a baby then.
Oh, nah. My motherfucking wife gets pregnant anytime I fucking put my dick in her. This shit is crazy. She just gets pregnant like a motherfucker.
Now tell us before the wife. You gotta tell us what R&B singer did you take
I
down?
never fucked.
A rapper.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I've been a nigga. Nah, I'm a slut. Don't get me wrong. I've had my fucking days. Trust me. But, I've been chilling. I've always had one girl. And I've cheated, of course. I mean, fuck you mean. But what I'm saying is, when I got to this point with my wife, and I started going on tour with Maybach, I really didn't care. I was really thinking about money in my career. The pussy was easy. I could fuck a bitch with my girl. You know what I mean? Me and my bitch would toss a bitch up real fast. So that makes it easier for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if a bitch want to, shit.
Do you always find it as men? Do you find it that if your woman is into other women and willing to go into bed with you and other women, does that stop you from cheating? Because obviously cheating is doing something
Well, first
that she
and
doesn't
foremost,
respect.
I'm a man, so. Well, women too. I'm learning a lot about them too every goddamn day.
we some dangerous species.
Oh my God, fuck you talk about.
I don't know why y'all try it.
Y'all be fucking niggas friends in front, and both y'all like that secret. But that's
Now, sometimes some of us just do that just to get back at you. It's
That ain't
not-
getting
we
back.
really
That's
don't give a
that's playing
It's a piece
yourself.
of shit. You gotta be careful with.
Fuck
Like,
it.
see that, but that's why Cape Verdeans be fighting each other. Cousins be fighting cousins, and they be fucking each other too.
Who?
We all our cousins and shit fuck
I ain't
each
never.
other.
That's why I'm fucking Verdes, but I ain't fucking my cousin.
But you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Facts.
That's your island. I'm from Fogle. What you talking about?
Don't act like niggas don't take the boat to go share fishing
Cape
stories
Verdean
and
niggas
shit.
fucking each other?
Y'all
Nah, to be honest with you,
Y'all
like,
share fish stories.
no, they don't do that. Cause, well, if they do, it's really behind closed doors. Cause as you know, they're very homophobic.
I'm not talking about that. I said Cape Verdeans fucking each other like cousins and stuff
Oh,
like that. I'm
yeah,
not talking
okay.
about any of that
I
type
thought
shit.
you meant they went out fishing together on some old, what's that movie?
Nah, you
Brokeback
said
Mountain
you was
shit.
from Fogo. I said don't act like y'all niggas don't meet up in the
Oh,
fucking-
in the ocean?
in the ocean
Possibly.
and share fish stories.
Yeah.
I might marry a Cape Verdean because I talk mad shit, but nah, I'm all set. Not I.
What, a fob? You gonna marry a fob fresh off the boat? Because
Nah.
ain't none of them
I
dudes
want
from
the one-
Boston dealing with you.
Why?
They're gonna be like,
They love me.
No, she's crazy.
Nah, they love me. You crazy as hell. But nah, I want one like not fresh off the boat, but he's like been here for a little bit. Got Tupac posters up in his wall. That type of Criollo.
Oh, yeah.
There
Good
you
luck.
go. That works.
Yeah.
Getting back to
The ones that be like, yo, nigga. Those.
Yo, getting back to the music. Like far as MMG goes and stuff, like as of recent, Smoke ended up signing with MMG.
Mm-hmm.
And like how did you feel about that? Like, you know, him finally getting some recognition again after some years or whatever, and getting his situation with MMG. And
Well, that was the plan.
right.
You know what I'm saying? We was congregating, myself,
Shout out Smoke.
you,
Right.
and him for quite some time, and plotting and planning certain strategies in order, not particularly to get with MMG, but just to get him back in rotation in the music industry. And I felt great about it because the plan finally came to fruition.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it felt good. Other people may have thought about it like, yo, he's going to Maybach Music. What about MassPike Miles? Miles been chilling for fucking
Right.
10 years. Like, I ain't even, you know what I mean? Wherever Smoke's career decides to take him, that's a blessing for all of us. Not only me just being his friend, but just us being New Englanders and Bostonians. Like, I thought that was really special.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all should come together and start a label for Boston and get
We
other
did a
artists,
million times.
Get
Right.
young artists on.
I felt like, you know, even like Smoke getting that deal with MMG and stuff, I felt like it was like a long time coming. You know what I'm saying? Because the relationship been there.
Yeah.
We've been around dudes.
It's been
and
cultivated.
yeah, it's been cultivating for a
whenever I
long
got
time.
phone calls,
You know?
whenever I got phone calls, Lean, whether it was Raekwon coming to the city or DJ Khaled's coming to the city or, Floyd Mayweather, whoever was coming to the city, they would always tap in with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, my nigga, we in the city, we need, whatever. I would either call you or I would call Smoke because first and foremost, I knew y'all was solid, but number two, I knew y'all would make the situation look good.
Right.
You niggas are really respectable. You come around looking good, smelling good. You don't need nothing from nobody. You know what I'm saying? If anything, you're bringing value to the table. And I think me making those sound decisions on connecting people together was, very instrumental in making that relationship happen. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. It was, shout out to you.
I thought
you
it
know
was
what I'm
dope.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a blessing too at the same time. It's like, yo, all right, it's about time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of niggas don't know what Smoke had to deal with during that hiatus
Right.
that he had, dealing with a lot of death in his family and then losing basically his twin brother, so to speak,
Right.
to unfortunate violence in the city. And to see him finally get another opportunity to try again, even if it's just to try, I thought was amazing.
And speaking of artists, you did mention Little G came to the artist from Boston. So are there any other artists in Boston that you listen to or work with and also would want to work with?
Artists from Boston, I like Bia. I like Millie's.
Millie's got a nice project that was up.
Shout out Millie's. That's my guy.
I like Stizzy Left Lane. He's dope.
Stizzy.
I like Sean Hines.
Yes, I like Sean. Both of them.
Shout out Sean Hines.
But to be honest with you, I'm not as privy as I once was. you know what I'm saying, to the streets and what's going on in the city as far as music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I try to keep my ears to the streets. But
There's
these
a couple of talented people out
yeah, but the niggas that I speak to ain't in the streets.
there. Right.
You know, when I call Lean's changing diapers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He doing the same shit that I'm doing. So we really depend on the outside world to give us and feed us the information that we need. And right now I'm low.
Right.
I'm low on intel. I'm gonna keep it real. But I'm currently looking for artists to develop
Right.
and invest some time into.
What would be your advice to them, to the young artists from Boston? What's the best advice you can give them?
To socially adjust, to negotiate to the environment, to learn to listen and listen to learn.
Right.
There's a few things, you know, normal niggas, I keep God first. Nigga, if you ain't got that first, then me and you got an issue. You know what I'm saying? It's just more or less, closed lips make a wise tongue.
Right.
You know, learn
I'm
when to
learning that.
speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and all of that I learned from my pops. You know, and a lot of these things he instilled in me, and I try to walk with that as I move. You know, I mean, I'm still alive.
What's the name of your studio? Do you got a name?
The
for it?
Inkwell.
The Inkwell. Okay.
The Inkwell.
So you kept the Inkwell basically, because it was
Ye-
called the Inkwell before, right?
Yeah, before that fucking piece of shit motherfucker.
Who?
This nigga, my business partner was Saddam.
Oh man.
I was, before I shut the studio down, or before I left the studio, I found out he was embezzling, you know, a lot of bread. So he got me for about $500. I ended up leaving the studio. He ended up getting shot in his head from a stray bullet randomly. And you know, I shut it down after that. I just said, you know, I don't want to deal with that old energy. And so I decided to build a new one.
Right. So you said fuck that studio. It's
Fuck
bad energy.
him and
or
that
fuck
bitch
him.
ass nigga. Fuck all that shit that's over there, because, you know, I literally built that shit with my bare hands. And to have niggas come in my shit, try to put everybody against me, stealing from me, doing sucker shit. I'm talking about niggas he was such a thief. He even stole my Ray-Bans. And I'm like,
That's not a
after he
thief,
got
that's a
shot,
hooter.
after he got shot.
Ain't he from New York or something?
Nah, he faked
Yo,
like
he
he was from
faked
New York.
like
He
he
was
was
like
from
a
New York.
fake blood,
Yeah.
fake New York nigga, but he was really from
Where
like
could
fucking,
you be to claim another state?
I think he was
state?
like from like South Carolina, like Geechee Island or some shit, like Hilton Head
Wow.
or something.
He didn't pick Raleigh, he picked New York.
Nah, he was speaking Thun language and everything. Come to find out, like, he didn't even really know the Mob Deep niggas. He wasn't from Queens and all this shit. He was like it was like Kaiser Sose, but he was one of the most intelligent niggas. This is why he was able to manipulate people like
Right,
that.
right.
But yeah, I shut the studio down, started, you know, doing my own thing and shit.
Right. So the Inkwell's back up and rolling.
Shit ain't never stopped. I just took the studio and threw it in my bedroom and said fuck it, and still placed records and trapped it out. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
So now if somebody watches this, and you know, everybody want to be a rapper or a singer. Everybody want to be the next hot thing. So if somebody's watching this and they come up to us like, yo, Rowan Lean, put me on the mic. Put me on with Miles. And they want to come to the studio. What do you say?
my Cash App is at money sign MassPike Miles. It's the
But you
same
said
on
you want to
Venmo.
build. You want to build an
Yeah,
artist.
hold up now.
Money first.
Hold on, let me tell you something. Listen to me, baby.
That's why I needed to ask
Listen to me, and listen to me very clearly. When I seen Ross, I took the opportunity to ask him for a feature. Offered him $8,000. His Cash App was money sign Rick Ross. Mine's is money sign MassPike Miles. We can build. Now, if you fucking dope, you may not never have to pay me, and I start investing not only just my precious time, but maybe some of that cold hard cash.
Right.
But invest in yourself. This is the
Invest in
key
yourself.
to everything. Don't expect, oh, I'm going to release this song. It's going to get viral. No. You're going to hit the lottery tomorrow if you play this number.
Right.
It's going to be them type of odds, right? So, that's my suggestion for any upcoming artist. And this shit ain't for the faint of heart. This shit's for a different level of animal.
Yeah, and I believe you too. You want to see people win because I remember we was at the BET Hip Hop Awards and Khaled won. Khaled won, and you was like, "Yo," when they nominated and they said the nomination, you said to me like, "Yo, if Khaled win, I'm going on stage. You coming, Lean?" And I didn't know Khaled, so I'm like, "Nah, I ain't about to go on stage." You know what I'm saying? So Khaled won. You ran down the aisle and hopped on that motherfucking stage. You was celebrating like with everybody else. Ross, everybody else was on stage, but I was still in the audience. I'm like, and then y'all end up leaving from the back. You like, yo, we out. You called me, and then I met up with y'all afterwards. But you was happy that he
So
won.
he ran on stage like Lil Mama did to
No.
Jay-Z?
He was. You know how
She
Khaled
be
is.
trying to
with-
do me dirty this
Nah.
whole interview.
No, I didn't.
Nah.
She's a shit. She
Yo.
trying to do me dirty, my
I'm
man.
asking,
so
did
you
you
said-
run on
ask
stage?
me, did I get my booty licked? You done ask
If
me,
you
did
asked
I
if
do
you
this?
didn't ask
do
me
that?
though, right?
Yo,
You
so
didn't ask
no,
me
she-
none of
But
those.
that's normal.
No,
Hold on.
but I'm saying
Hold
You
on.
do like your booty licked.
it's normal. It's normal that you ask me, so it's normal that I'm gonna ask you. But all I'm asking is, did you run on stage like Little Mama?
Nah,
All
it
you gotta do
wasn't.
is
It
say
wasn't.
no.
It wasn't a Lil Mama moment. It was.
Nah, it was-
he
okay,
was
it was a
happy that.
proud-
But Little
moment.
Mama had a moment
He was
too,
a
though. Like
he was
she's from New
happy
York.
that-
She
I
stood
wouldn't
there
have
knowing
did
it was a donkey move.
I wouldn't have did it,
Yeah.
but
He was happy that Khaled won, and I seen it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm
Yeah.
like, damn. I went from
I like Khaled.
watching the BET Hip Hop Awards to actually being in the BET Hip Hop Awards.
And had the
you know what I'm
opportunity
saying?
to be a part of it if you felt like
Yeah, and I could have been on stage too. I would have loved to go on stage, but I'm like, I don't know Khaled. So I'm not going to just go on stage because Khaled won. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers start looking around like, who is you? You know what I'm saying? I'm with Miles. So I'm just like, nah, I'm going to just
you
fall
gonna say
back.
you was Miles' brother, two
Nah.
light skins.
Nah, so we, yeah, that was a good night. We got to talk about his health
Here we go.
because, no, like, I see the transformation. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looks like you took health serious, you know what I'm saying?
You got
Because
the
you was a little
muscles.
chubby, you know what I'm
Look, you
saying?
got the little-
You slimmed up. You might be even smaller than me now. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You went to the gym and you
Nah,
take
y'all
you
got a
take
little-
what is it? You take what? Muay Thai? What
Oh,
is it?
jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu. Okay.
Yeah, I do. I'm a jiu-jitsu practitioner.
Right. And you
Okay.
and see he always could fight, so now he got an extra advantage. So,
So do you feel
be
like
careful.
the jiu-jitsu has helped you with discipline?
Oh, for sure. 100%. That was the main objective.
So if we talk to Middle East, they could book you again?
Fuck them niggas. Fuck them niggas. I'm still Miles, nigga. Fuck them niggas. You
So I
don't
could,
fuck
all right,
with me,
so
I
I
don't
could
fuck
tell
with
the
you.
city of Boston, the new people, Miles is
It's
different.
not fuck. It's not fuck Middle East. It's fuck the powers that be to
Right,
prevent me
right,
from
definitely.
being right. It's that's the thing. But as far as health, you're right. It did help with discipline because the funny part is I had my daughter, and for the first month, I felt like we didn't like each other, and I'm like, this is a fucking baby, Miles. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why are you thinking like this baby don't like you and shit like that? And I'm like, yo, I feel weird. And I'm telling my wife, like, yo, I don't feel right. Like, don't leave the baby with me by myself. I don't feel good, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, yo, the month goes by. I'm like, yo, baby, like, I'm tripping. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't sit around her. I'm not feeling good. I'm feeling like the world's against me. Nobody
So
likes
you had like postpartum, and you didn't even have a baby. But go ahead.
So I go to the fucking doctor. I'm like, hey, doc, I'm fucked up. This is what I feel like, my man. He's a Haitian nigga. So I'm like, yo, listen, man. He's like, yo, you got postpartum syndrome. I'm like, what the
Oh,
fuck?
so
He's like,
shit.
postpartum depression. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I said, is there a cure?
There is.
Is there a fucking cure? That shit sound dangerous. It's like, how long I got? he's like, He's like, nah, you straight. Like, you know, what are you doing? I'm like, smoking weed. He's like, is that all you do? He's like, yeah. I was like, that's what I do to medicate or whatever. He's like, well, that's good. And, well, are you, I'm like, yo, I'm not into taking no drugs. He's like, okay. Well, I got something called Wellbutrin.
Yeah.
By this time,
What's that? That helps you with the
It's for
postpartum?
depression.
it's like a depression drug.
It's
So
an antipsychotic.
so he give me this shit and he said it ain't gonna work for 30 days. I said, hold up, so I gotta pop a pill every day,
Right.
and it's not gonna work. So I get home, I tell my wife, I'm like, it's not gonna work for 30 days. She said, all right, so I'm gonna book you a ticket to Switzerland. I want you to go to the mountains and chill with your peoples, and I'll call you when you can come home, okay? I was like, what? She's like, yeah, just get the fuck out. I'm like, all right, cool. So I went to Switzerland and begged to ask, can I please come home like after the first week of being in that cold shit, right? So a month goes by, I come back home. So I said to her, yo, I need to do something different. I don't want to just be sitting around moping about how nobody fucking loves me anymore. You know what I'm saying? And just sitting in there making sad music all fucking day.
Right.
And that's when I took the initiative to, yo, I'm going to go let some of this aggression out. And I started doing jujitsu. You know what I'm saying? And that disciplined me in all different levels, taking care of the baby, learning how to communicate with my wife, not engaging in the bullshit, and then saving up the energy to fucking take it out on this fucking sucker over here that I could break his arm real quick and then just go home. And there's nothing better than being able to beat somebody up or getting beat up and then having no choice but to give him a handshake on some man shit. So I utilized that as a catalyst to get myself healthy. When I went into it, I was 200 and what, like 30, 220 pounds.
Damn, you was that heavy?
Yeah, I was like 220 pounds. But I hold my weight good.
Right.
It wasn't like, you know, I was looking stupid fat. I was just fucking out of shape. And then, you know, I got down to like 175. And started really studying and practicing and getting into it. You know, people that do jiu-jitsu understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, I learned not to have too many expectations, not to expect anything. It is just what it is, you know, just kind of moving with the moment. But health and mental health, something that's really not talked about, especially amongst men.
Definitely.
And I'm being vulnerable and communicating about it because I feel, on a serious note, that us as a people and men and women, black in particular, we have a problem with releasing and being vulnerable amongst our peers in fear of it, you know, backlashing on them because they was, you know, being honest. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I think that that's something that needs to be spoken about amongst all of us anyway. But I had to deal with it myself. I'm strong enough, like I said, I'm a leader enough to know that there was something wrong, and I took the initiative to go. And then shout out to, you know, my old lady, because, you know, we ain't never really had no time apart, like where, you know, especially since my son was born, where I got kicked the fuck out.
Right.
I literally got kicked out, booked a flight, boom, then get out. You know what I'm saying?
But that's right, like you said, shout out to her. But that, like, she's your partner, and she saw what you needed and gave you that, and that's a real woman.
Right.
Yeah, no, that was solid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real. I wouldn't take any of it back. I didn't expect it. Cool. So yeah, that flight, you know. And then when 30 days came, no bullshit, I was back at the crib. But I had a different mind state.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then I developed my relationship with my little angel. Shit was crazy.
Dope. So you got your mind right, body fit. When's that D'Angelo video drop?
I'm gonna drop a porno first. I got a porno coming out.
OnlyFans is lit. You better get that shmoney. Get your 500,000 back.
Yeah, I got a porno coming out next month. I've been doing that.
What's your porn name, fam?
Blue Panty Lover.
I heard they make a couple thousand on OnlyFans. Go ahead,
See what
set it
I
up.
said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Set it up. I
Fuck
heard
you
they
talk
making some
about.
money.
Is that part of your vegan diet? Blue
What,
pan-
pussy?
Yeah, because that's me.
You a vegan,
That's me.
right?
No. I'm not a vegan no more.
Oh, you.
No
oh,
more.
you
You
Nah,
gave
I was
up.
a vegetarian. I was a pescatarian, and I be fake because I'm gonna keep it real.
You eating chicken?
No, I'm gonna keep it real. I made myself a vegetarian, but then I'll be sneaking to McDonald's like nobody see me eating a cheeseburger. Then I slide back to the crib like, yeah, nigga, y'all niggas eating cows and moo, oink, oink. And then I slide off and eat chicken McNuggets. That's the way I got an infatuation for McDonald's.
All right, so
You know?
so you back to eating meat? Oh, you was always eating meat. You
He
just
never
act like
gave
you was a
up. He was
vegan.
just
No.
talking.
Because you was eating somewhat healthy.
No, I still
In
eat.
front of you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna keep it real. For this last like 3 months, all right, so I fucked up. I'm gonna keep it real with you. So one day I'm scrolling down Facebook, and you know how Facebook just throws you
Oh man, the
advertisements,
food,
right?
the food.
And then why they throw the arches right up there like, yo, you want a free chicken sandwich? I'm like, hell yeah, I want a free chicken sandwich. I get the app, and I really got a free country sandwich. I was like, yo, I got the real Chick-fil-A vibe with in the aluminum package. And I'm like, yo, I can get one free every day. They're like, yeah, just spend $1. I'm like, why you
was
niggas
lit.
told me that? Why you told me some shit like that?
Just spend $1 and get a free.
Yeah,
Nigga,
on the app.
listen to me and
Well, you
listen
gonna
to
go
me
get an
very
app now.
clearly.
What
If you a
happens
nigga
the
that ain't
McDonald's.
got nothing but $2-3 a day to eat,
Yeah.
you get the McDonald's app, right? When you spend $1, you get the points for spending $1,
Yep.
right? Then you gotta because you probably just want, well, and I like my drink, so I get a sweet tea and a sandwich. So I spend $1.
You like the McDonald's sweet tea though?
Nigga, sweet tea from McDonald's A1.
Yeah, you really are a
they
McDonald's
are
head.
consistent. Are you? Oh, don't
Oh,
fuck with me. With
McDonald's cut the check.
Right.
Yeah,
you need to
shit.
start. You gonna come
Yo,
up with a song
I'm
for
gonna
them?
keep it real. And the fucked up shit about this app is I got a date for every time I ate at McDonald's, which is not good though. Cause I'm gonna keep it real. Like
You start
seeing
looking at all
yourself,
them days like-
seeing yourself after 3 months, like, yo, hold up, yo, that's 70 burgers. Yo, I ate 70 cheeseburgers, and I'm supposed to die like the nigga on the McDonald's documentary. Is my kidney gonna leave me? Like, you know, like, but I do eat at McDonald's like whenever I can sneak there without any judgment. I like McDonald's. I like a lot of
Well,
niggas be
you're
like,
very
yo, it's
honest.
nasty, right? I like the breakfast. Who don't fucking like the breakfast sandwiches
Me.
at McDonald's? You are. There was one point in your life where you loved it.
Never.
Shut the fuck up.
Ever. You
Yo,
know what I get?
You ain't like the
I
Mc.
get a
You
Mc-
ain't
I
the.
love the McGriddle, but I don't want no cheese. I don't want no bacon.
Hey.
I don't want
Said
no
love.
egg.
Let
But I
me
don't
say
want
this.
no egg.
I used to love that steak and cheese
Bagel.
on a bagel.
They
from
cut you
McDonald's.
off. They fucked you
McDonald's?
over.
I used to, when I used to,
See, I don't
I used
even
to
know
eat
that.
McDonald's all the time. I
Ain't
used
nothing
to
wrong
love
with
No,
that.
that
I didn't know
McDonald's.
they had
That
that.
shit saved
But no,
niggas'
McDonald's
lives.
is
So
cool.
I'm like,
with
yo,
it.
this is, hey, matter of fact, when McDonald's first opened in the square, right? We used to go in there.
That's the McDonald's you choose to
It
go to.
burnt down now.
Oh, it burnt down. How you know? Okay,
You
so
don't know
in
about
tune,
Method
huh?
on Mile, but you know about.
You know about McDonald's
It's
in the
all
square
about
burning down.
McDonald's. They don't got a McDonald's on Methadone Mile.
Yo, if you would have
Yes, they
fell
do.
off, I would have. You would have went from MassPike Mile to
The McDonald's
Methadone
on
Mile.
Mass Ave, right by
that's the mobile.
yeah, right. That's
That's
right there.
McDonald's.
Methadone Mile, right there.
Hold up. What?
So hold on, forget Methadone Mile. When they opened the McDonald's in Common Square, we used to be in that motherfucker.
Yeah, because the only McDonald's we had was on fucking American Legion Highway.
Yo.
That was the only McDonald's we had until it came to Warren.
I remember like we you know it was around the way, so we know
but they had
different
one in
people that in
Dudley,
there.
too.
We pay $1.
Just now.
We pay $1 just like how you say pay $1 get a sandwich. We paid $1 and got anything we wanted on that motherfucking menu. You know
Y'all
what I'm
probably
saying?
was in there
We
threatening
was
the
in there
people.
every day. Let me pay my $1 and get my meal.
No, you don't remember McDonald's in Dudley? Across the street from
From Dudley Station?
From Citizens, yep. Next door to Dudley.
Yeah, but that was later on. That was already when I was not
That was like 2003.
exactly. By that time, it wasn't no going down Dudley.
Yeah.
We got problems over there.
He's from Highland. You forgot?
You know what I'm saying?
Just
But,
Roxbury's Roxbury to me.
No, the fuck is not. You know how it is. Nigga, these niggas from Interville and the next street over, they from over there.
Right.
Right? Niggas got beef with these niggas from Columbia Road, but these niggas from Castlegate. Castlegate touches Columbia Road. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You know, we live in a city where you got beef on the next street over. And the hats is a thing. You know, I forgot something. Hold on a second. Hold on.
You about to crown him?
No, it's only right. I forgot this. I was supposed to break this out earlier.
Talking to Mike.
I was supposed to break this out earlier. You know what I'm saying? Listen,
He
we
got
can't.
you a gift.
I came prepared.
Ooh la la.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
I came
la,
prepared.
la.
Perfect gentleman.
We want it signed, baby.
You know they put that hole in there so you can't sell it. Where'd you get this from?
Did you
Chill.
smell the CD?
I got connects, man.
This is when it was fun.
Well, it looked like they dressing you
That's
in
when
the
you-
cover
that-
of
that-
the pictures
how
how you wanted to be
extravagant this
dressed.
was.
That's before you was vegan.
That, yeah,
You
was a
might have
little
been eating
chubby
McDonald's then every
why
day.
why over here look like? Remember, was it Fresh? Remember in Fresh when they walking like this by the fence? That's them.
Where'd you get this from? You ordered it online?
I can't tell you that, man. Nah, I ordered it online. I ordered it. You know what I'm saying?
What they got you in the Miles? You look like you was eating some cachupa then. You was definitely healthy.
Nah, that was McDonald's.
That was McDonald's and cachupa. You was healthy.
But you know what's
Hey,
crazy?
but
All
you-
my sons.
Look at the mean mug though. You know what I'm saying? He got a mean. Look at him. Look at him.
Just light skin.
I said, oh man, he
everyone.
he had to be. He had
But
to have
see,
a
the
mean
pic-
mug.
see, you said
this is when.
that's how you wanted to get
No,
dressed.
this is how. That's when that the lady listened to me. From the
Where'd y'all
night
take that
before.
picture at?
Jinko's or something, huh? This is all New York.
Oh,
You see the Twin Towers is behind us.
Yep. That's the pictures
that's
that look
crazy.
like y'all walking on them
That's
by
crazy.
the fence in the movie Fresh.
Yeah, so I perfect gentleman. Well, yeah, let's wrap this up. You know what I'm saying? We've been here a long time.
You
Let's
blew
wrap
his
this up.
mind with this one.
Yeah. Look, he's stuck, man.
Yeah.
We came prepared, man.
Where's Ooh La La? You gonna sing Ooh La La one time?
He wasn't in the group. Was you in the group when they sing Ooh La La? No, right?
I can't get it over you.
That's dope.
Sign it.
Okay, so
I get
need
you
a
a
pen.
marker.
we know you connected, right?
With who?
Everybody.
With different people
I
in
don't
the
sell drugs no more.
We're not
nigga.
talking about
I
that.
ain't- no, I ain't say
Why
no
is it when
drugs.
we get together,
'Cause
that's
I
where the
don't know nothing
conversation
about
go.
no drugs.
Cause
Right.
you don't
So-
know me and Colleen's
But we
conversations
too
over the
old.
years.
But that's back then.
When connect come out the nigga's mouth, nigga.
Miles, that's PTSD kicking your ass right now.
No,
Hey.
I do got PTSD.
Yo,
strong.
listen. So we need to know. Well, we need a alley-oop. We know you know people, and we need somebody else on the podcast. So help us out.
I got an
Who you
idea
got?
for you.
Who you got for us?
I got an idea for you.
Okay.
Who
You
would be
can't
really
say it
good
on
for you.
camera.
Okay.
Who would be really good for your podcast? I think Gilly the Kid would be really good for your
Why?
podcast.
Why you say that?
Because you was very influential at a point in time in his career when
Shout out to Gilly. I
he
seen him in
didn't
the
have
I love Gilly.
he didn't have the light. People was like going against him.
Right.
You took the opportunity and seen a void, and you entered it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You went on his block. You sat with him. You got some good footage. He was, you know,
It went viral.
and then motherfucker smacked. You know?
Right.
I think that'd be a good one. I think Millie's would be a good be a good hit for you.
Yep.
I think Smoke would be a good smack. I think Gunplay would be good for you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Gunplay.
Yep, Gunplay.
What else? Don't talk about the people that I know
think-
that I
Right.
could get, because I
think-
could get
think
Millies, I
people
could
that
get
have
Smoke,
good
I could, you know what I'm
stories
saying?
like Ace Hood, Gunplay, niggas like Meek.
You still got a line on Meek?
And it's always just a phone call, my man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be a good one. I'll let her interview
Meek is doing
you know
great
what I'm
now
saying?
with the prison and
Griselda,
criminal
I think
reform.
Griselda be good for you.
Right.
Whoever you can get, Benny or
Benny, I like
or
Benny.
West
He's nice.
Side
Yeah.
or Conway.
Benny's doing great right now.
I think that'd be good. I mean, I know a lot. I'm
Shout out
giving you
Griselda.
people that I like,
Right.
right?
Like you listen to him musically, or you like him as people.
I may not listen to musically, but personally, as humans, I really enjoy their character,
Right. Right.
right? You know, some people are an acquired taste. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be dope.
We all have a sometimes.
you got music, Soul Child. I like music. There's Tyrese. Tyrese, that's my brother.
Yeah, I want to interview Tyrese.
He just can't be crying.
Like how you say the Gilly thing, right?
Right.
I feel like it's timing. You know what I'm saying? One day maybe I'll get it. Maybe we'll do it. I don't know. Shout out to him. He's doing his thing. I seen him in Atlanta and
Yeah.
what was that All-Star weekend?
Yep.
And I ran into
Y'all
him.
was staying in
and I
the
talked
same
to him.
hotel. I
Yeah,
seen
we
him
was staying in the same
lobby
hotel.
when I went to-
But a lot of like even that Gilly and Cassidy situation, it's crazy how it started. You know what I'm saying? Like even that incident, how it started on the DVD. But that I guess that's another story. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
people,
he over here reminiscing.
yeah, people look at Gilly like, he might have been starting trouble, but Gilly didn't start that shit. You know what I'm saying? We didn't even want to tell him like what was going on. Like we took a vote on our way down there. And I'm like, yo, we don't know none of these dudes personally, so we can't be going down and telling them what the next man said because it looked like we starting shit. So, but I was such a team player. I said, you know what? It's 5 of us. We'll take a vote. It was a 3-2 vote not to tell him.
And y'all told him anyway.
We didn't. He ended up figuring it out because, like we would come up with the questions beforehand. Rodney would ask the questions. My cousin asked the questions. He asked him the questions. My man at the time, he interjected and asked him the same thing, like who you cool with in Philly. But Rodney already asked him this, so now he's like, yeah, I'm cool with everybody. Then he mentioned the same names that Gilly already mentioned. Like, so you cool with Cassidy? I'm looking like this motherfucker's about to tell this nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking like. So I'm like, yo, and then so after we wrap up the interview, he's like, who y'all got on the interview? Who y'all got on the DVD? We start naming people. We say Cassidy. He's like, oh yeah. What'd he say? Because now he's hip. Because he's like, he's not a dummy. He's smart. He's like, this nigga mentioned him after I already said I was cool with these people. So he's like, you cool with Cassidy?
Yeah.
So he caught on. So now he's like, hold on, what's going on? What did he say? And I'm like, we don't want to tell him. So we were so low budget at the time, we had it on the same tape. We're like, you know what you want to see? We'll let you see. You take whatever you want to take from it. Because now we look like suckers if we don't tell him. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't show him because he's asking. So now it's like, damn, my man fucked up, but it worked for the better. You know what I'm saying? So we end up showing him. He seen it. He was like, yo, you know what? We going to Cassidy's hood. So that's how that transpired. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, damn, nigga. I'm telling my man, like, damn, you kind of, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, fuck it. And we went to Cassidy's hood. I think like that Monday, that shit was viral. That shit was everywhere. 1 million views. And at the time, like originally, Miles was dragging his feet. And we were supposed to do, the DVD from the jump. He was dragging his feet. So I was on go mode. You know what I'm saying? But once that shit went viral, Miles was all in, like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? He's like, let's go. But yeah, that shit was
buy
everywhere.
that camera right now.
Yeah.
Let's order all the DVDs. Let's go to the company where they make it. And We even seen the pellets, the DVDs was gonna be made from.
Yep.
nigga.
Yo, that was crazy. So we went viral. Gilly's calling me like, nigga, we gotta put that clip out right now. We ain't have no editor. We had to find that, get him to chop it up, edit that joint, put the clip out, and that shit just went everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But
There we go. Ghetto Report DVD.
yeah, there's
Now,
a lot of stories
Ghetto
we gotta
Report
tell.
Podcast.
But we'll tell them, maybe in the future. But yeah, shout
Oh,
out.
we got a lot of fucking stories.
Oh, man.
This was not even.
This
This didn't even crack.
So, fair to say, you will be back.
Only if you have the blue pennies on.
Just for you.
Yo, you might have to serenade her next time. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you.
Oh,
the
she
blue-
pop out with the garter belt and the blue
What
panties.
song I want to
nigga.
hear?
You can.
What song I
Oh,
want
she
to
like
hear?
she like the French Montana and
In you.
You love it.
yeah.
Yep.
And what else you like?
That right there.
you
Just
like-
sing.
you love it?
Just your part. All right.
I can read it on.
We're gonna do it up. I'm gonna do like homegirl come walking in. All right.
Yeah, I got a question
It's
too. Like you had that Love Drunk's my shit too, right? You had Love Drunk
Yes, that was good.
and you
He even had a song with Young Jock.
You had Love Drunk, right?
Winner. Yeah.
But what the hell? You had they was sticking swords in their mouth.
The broad was.
that was crazy.
They did freak shows. So we had a freak show cast.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that did like the stabbing in the throats and cheekbones and shit. Fire blowing people. We wanted it real weird and eclectic.
It was good.
Right?
It was good.
We have rented a street, but then the gas station blew up, and which caused all that water and smoke, and then all the fire trucks. So we ended up changing the concept of the video right there.
And y'all used that stuff,
We had all this free stuff.
right?
We got 5 fucking fire trucks just posted up like you parked them like that.
And this was shot in New York.
and because
Yeah, I was
the
on
police
vacation at
and
the
the
time.
fire station wasn't allowed
Your
to come
vacations
on
are
the
too
street
much
because
for
I
me.
paid for the street.
Yeah.
They ain't stay on vacation. But go
Nah,
ahead.
no.
He's
That-
rich.
That was an extended
Oh, yeah.
vacation.
Yeah. Colleen's
not
rich.
That, not that vacation. The vacation where they pay, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
to keep him.
I'm broke, but yeah, it's a bunch of other stories too. But we'll talk about them on another date. Yeah, shout out everybody.
Oh, if I had weed here, nigga, smoking some good dope right now, I'm telling you right now, we would have had a great million.
Oh
other
no, we
stories.
did because you thought you seen a ghost run in. Oh, I had the time of my life.
He's still looking. Look,
But-
he's traumatized. You know what
No,
I'm
I'm
saying?
gonna keep it
Then
real.
he thought
I'm
I
telling
bumped
you,
into. He thought I tapped
I'm
him.
telling
I
you, something
rear-ended
kept
him.
bumping my car,
And it wasn't me.
How the fuck is this fucking 6,000-pound fucking truck just going? The
But
fuck?
fair to say, it wasn't me.
Well, here's the thing.
It's the weed that had you paranoid.
Yeah.
How the fuck is it the weed? I've been smoking dope my entire
So,
existence.
what
kind of
ghost
weed
did
is
I'm
you
a
that?
see running?
functioning
What's-
smokeaholic.
But none of us
What's
seen
that
this
new
ghost.
weed
but
they got
you.
out called?
Maybe I see different things. You know what I'm saying?
I forget the name of
Some
it.
people are different.
That Zaza.
Not the
the
runts,
runts?
not the Zaza. It's something
Well,
else.
Zaza is it's the new word
I
for
actually
loud.
smoke my own strains. I don't smoke the weed that I smoke. Nobody on earth ever
Word, can
smoked.
we? Man, you from Boston? We gotta get this dispensary popping.
It's all about the bag.
Oh,
We
that's
need
gonna
to
bring
put
the
the
bag.
bag together. And then the thing about black people, this the crazy part about us, right? We're fucking. If I called you today and said, "Hey, I got this idea. I want to open up this store. It's gonna cost us $50,000." You're gonna be like, oh, "This nigga's out his cotton picking fucking mind. This nigga's tripping. Get the fuck off. Don't answer the phone. He keeps calling me, right?" But if I called you tomorrow and said, "Hey, I got the line on sour diesel and some OG Kush. They only charging $1,000 a pound, but they said we can only buy 50. I mean, we got to buy 50 to get them for 1,000. You know what's crazy?
Dudes are buying.
We're all gonna cause our cousins, uncles, aunties, and everybody with this 50 fucking pound scheme we got going on, and everybody's gonna jump in it.
Right.
That's the fucked up part about us.
Yeah, I say that too, right? Because it's like you're investing something illegal. You don't know how it's gonna end up, it's hard. It might be horrible, whatever work you getting. You're investing it and take a chance on getting it back to wherever you got to get it. But you won't invest in something legal.
No.
Like,
No, because we
that
want
shit is
instant
backwards.
we want instant gratification.
Yeah.
We want to know the money's tangible right now, right? We're not thinking this 50,000 is gonna be 5 million in 5 years.
Right.
We're not thinking like that. We're thinking I have to pay my car note tomorrow.
Rent,
That's the problem.
bills.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to find other ways to pay car notes. We're signing out now. Ghetto Report Podcast, Episode 1. MassPike Miles. Real.
In the city of Atlanta.
Yes.
I'm caught up in this fast life. Every morning night I pray. Gotta make it out some way. Put a smile